University Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor T.T. Amos. You are welcome, sir. Ushers, kindly help him, taking him to the top table. Thank you. Please, can we be upstanding for the national as well as the FUTA anthem? Thank you very much. Please can we put our hands together for the nation's best University of Technology. Once again, we welcome all our distinguished professors, all our distinguished guests. Joining to bring to the top table, the Registrar of the University, Mr. Charles Olusegun Adeleye. Ushers, kindly help take him to the top table. You are welcome, sir. We welcome the Librarian, Dr. Robert Akiade Awoyemi. You're welcome, sir. Please, to the top table. Thank you very much. And to join them on the top table is the Provost, College of Health Sciences, Professor Olusegun Sylvester Ujo. You're welcome, sir. I would want the guest speaker of today, I want to say professor, Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladiga, kindly join us on the top table. You're welcome, sir. The Dean of the school, the Dean sets, Professor Olani Yaje. You're welcome, sir. Please join us. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Other introductions, we welcome the Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Akeem Nawal. You're welcome, sir. I welcome the Dean of Students, Professor David Oke. You're welcome, sir. We welcome the Dean Slits, Professor Simeon Oke. You're welcome, sir. We welcome the Dean of School of Life Sciences, Professor Michael Ashamo. You're welcome, sir. Professor Tolulope Akimbogun, the former DVCD Futa. You're welcome, sir. Beside him is Professor Deji Rufus Ogunshemi, former DVCA Futa. You are welcome, sir. And among the awardees, I can cite Professor Sunday Ogunduile, former VC Osustec. You are welcome, sir. To the HODs of this school that we are celebrating today, please 1 minute. I know I have the list somewhere here in this program. Okay, I start with the HOD Architecture, Professor H.A. Ayola. You're welcome, sir. The HOD Building, Dr. O.O. Alake. You're welcome, sir. We welcome Professor V.A. Bello, the Dean Estate Management. You are welcome, ma'am. We welcome Professor O.F. Kayode, HOD Industrial Design. You are welcome, sir. We welcome the HOD Quantity Surveying, Dr. A.E. Okay, you are welcome, sir. We welcome HOD Surveying and Geoinformatics, Dr. Eso Ogunlade. You are welcome, sir. We welcome HOD Textile Design and Technology, Professor E.B. Adiji. You are welcome, ma'am. We welcome the HOD Urban and Regional Planning, Professor J.O. Bashoron. You are welcome, sir. And I welcome specially the Chairman LOC, Professor D.A. Ayeni. You are welcome, ma'am. Other introductions will be done in due course. I want to bring up the Chairman LOC for the Chairman's welcome address. Professor Ayeni.
The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, all principal officers, distinguished guest lecturer, our keynote speaker who is still on her way, all professors, honored guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, great Futurians. I want to specially welcome you all to the 10th School of Environmental Technology Annual Lecture and maiden edition of the Postgraduate Conference. This year's lecture focuses on artificial intelligence and the built environment profession. What is our level of involvement? The topic is expected to discuss the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on the built environment profession. As the built environment professionals, a time has come when we must ask ourselves, what is our level of involvement with AI? AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's a reality that is already changing the way we design, construct, and operate buildings. From generative design to predictive maintenance, AI is revolutionizing our industry. However, despite its potential, AI is not yet being fully leveraged in our industry. Many of us are still unsure about how to integrate AI into our workflows, or we are hesitant to adopt new technologies. I firmly believe that we must take an active role in shaping the future of our industry. We must explore the possibilities of AI, experiment with new tools and technologies, and develop the skills and expertise needed to thrive in an AI-driven world. So, what can we do? First, We must educate ourselves about AI and its implications in our industry. Second, we must invest in research and development to explore new AI-powered tools and technologies. Third, we must collaborate with other professionals, startups, and tech companies to drive innovation and adoption. Let us take the lead in embracing AI and harnessing its potentials to create better, more sustainable, and resilient buildings. We need to work together to shape the future of our industry and ensure that we remain relevant in an AI-driven world. I trust that our guest lecturer will enlighten us more on the topic. Once again, on behalf of all the committee members, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. And I want to correct it. It is the 12th annual lecture, not 10. I welcome the Dean, SOC, who is also a member of council, Professor Boniface Kaodi Alishi. You're welcome, sir. And the Dean has requested that you join him on the top table so that he won't be alone. Yes. Professor Bello Olusoji, kindly join us here so that it won't be the Dean alone. Thank you very much, sir. Ushers, kindly help us to usher them to the top table. Thank you very much. What we have on our program is supposed to be the exhibition, but we are skipping that. We want to go to the lecture proper. So I want to start with the profile of architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo, Ladega, FNIA. Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo, Ladega, FNIA, is the Managing Director of Interstate Architects Limited. He has garnered over 40 years of experience as a chartered and registered architect with an extraordinary level of proficiency in architectural design, construction, contract administration, project management, facilities management, arbitration, and dispute resolution. As a skilled professional, he has been instrumental in the execution of significant and monumental projects. These include the Central Bank of Nigeria head office building in Abuja, the African Export-Import Bank building in Cairo, the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company Limited headquarters in Benin City, the rebuilding of the Central Bank of Nigeria Lagos office, the Civic Center Tower in Victoria Island, Lagos, the African Development Bank Nigerian Field Office in Abuja, and the Zenith Bank Ghana Limited, head office in Accra. He is a leading light in infrastructural development in Nigeria. Mr. Ladega is highly resourceful and has held various esteemed positions within the professional community, such as President of the Association of Consulting Architects Nigeria between 2003 and between 2003 and 2007, National Treasurer of the Nigerian Institute of Architects between 1993 and 1995, member of the Board of Trustees of the Guild of Adjudicators in Nigeria and arbitrators for NIA on construction contract disputes. He has also served on the NIA Board of Education, Admissions, Library, and Publications Committees. A man of many parts, his civic and religious affiliations is noteworthy. He has served in various leadership roles, such as National Vice President Southwest and President of the Lagos State Council of the Boys Brigade Nigeria, Vice President of the Lekki Estate Residents and Stakeholders Association between 2018 and 2023, Chairman of the Victoria Garden City Property Owners and Residents Association between 2015 and 2019. Diocesan Architect for the Diocese of Lagos, Anglican Communion, Vicar's Warding at St. Paul's Church, Breadfruits, Lagos. From 1992 to 1998 and 2003 to 2011. Diocesan Reader and Life Member of the Bible Society of Nigeria, in recognition of his immense contributions to the church and the community, Mr. Ladega is a recipient of numerous awards and accolades, including the Episcopal Award for Service from the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion 2015, the Distinguished Alumni Award for Excellence in Architectural Practice from the University of Lagos 2014, the Meritorious Service Award from the Boys Brigade Nigeria Lagos State Council 2012, the Grand Commander Order of the Anchor from the Boys Brigade Nigeria Lagos State Council 2021, and the Parish Merit Award 2023. He also holds the traditional title of Alaga Apapo Ajo Omoba of Iperu Remo, Ogun State. He is happily married with children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome for his lecture, Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Please, you can have your seats. I heard there are still some other things. Okay, sir. We'll bring up the Dean for his remark.
The Vice-Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academics, the principal officers of the university, top government functionaries, our distinguished guest speaker, Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega, the invited guests and friends of the School of Environmental Technology, the awardees of today, deans and heads of department here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great Futarians. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 12th edition of the annual lecture of the School of Environmental Technology and the first postgraduate research conference of the school taking place tomorrow. The School of Environmental Technology, which was established in 1989, continues to play a pivotal role in addressing sustainable construction and critical environmental challenges through research, innovation, and capacity building. As we navigate a rapidly evolving world, the significance of environmental sustainability and urban renewal cannot be overstated. Sustainable construction, climate change, urbanization, and resource management demand our urgent attention. And the School of Environmental Technology remains at the forefront in providing solutions that balance development with ecological preservations. Currently, the school is made up of 8 departments, which are architecture, building, estate management, industrial design, quantity surveying, surveying and geoinformatics, textile design technology, and urban and regional planning, with all the programs fully accredited by the National Universities Commission and their respective professional bodies. In fact, one of our programs, Urban and Regional Planning, was recently adjudged to be the best in the country by the Town Planning Registration Council of Nigeria. The theme of this year's lecture, Artificial Intelligence and the built environment professions. What is our level of involvement is timely and essential. It speaks to the core of our collective responsibility in shaping policies, designing sustainable infrastructure, and fostering resilient communities by improving project planning, enhancing safety, and optimizing resource allocation. The insight we will gain from today's lecture will undoubtedly contribute to the broader discourse on environmental sustainability and technological advancement in the built environment. The guest speaker of today, architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega, is an accomplished and distinguished Nigerian architect with over 40 years of consultancy practice experience in Nigeria and around the world. He is the managing director and chief executive officer of Interstate Architects Limited, Lagos, a firm renowned for its contributions to architectural design and urban planning in Nigeria. My first contact with him was in 2013, when he served as the project manager on the construction of the Senate building at the Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba, Akoko, where I represented the Ondo State government on that team. He brought to bear his wealth of experience in selecting the best consultants and contractor for the project. Today, the building remains a masterpiece in Nigeria. Throughout his career, architect Ladega has been involved in various aspects of the built environment, including architectural design, project management, facility management, construction contract administration, arbitration, and dispute resolution. His portfolios encompass a diverse range of successfully completed projects, reflecting his commitment to excellence and innovation in the built environment. His extensive experience and leadership have significantly influenced the architectural landscape in Nigeria and beyond, contributing to the evolution of design practices and implementation of sustainable building solutions. I am very confident that our professional palette will be satiated with the wealth of experience that will be dished out by our ebullient guest speaker. Madam Vice Chancellor, and members of the audience, this year's annual lecture series of the school is a unique one in that the school is recognizing our past leaders and some of our senior professors who have worked assiduously by laying a solid foundation for the school. These are late Emeritus Professor E.A. Adeyemi, the Foundation Dean of the school, Professor Arubi Fatuyi, Professor D.O. Olanrewaju, Professor S.R. Ogunduyile, Professor D.R. Ogunshemi, Professor J.A.B. Olujimi, and Professor I.B. Kashim. Also, two of our senior professors, Arayela and Akimbogun, who served the university meritoriously as Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic and Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, respectively, are being honored for being role models to the School of Environmental Technology. In addition, a selected few of our alumnus who are doing well in their chosen careers and have contributed in one form or the other to the development of the school are also here to receive awards. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Timidayo Oladiji, FAS, for our support for the school at all times. The School of Environmental Technology has had her fair share of developmental projects within this short span of our administration. Some of the projects include provision of furniture items and research equipment across all departments within the school, the ongoing internet connectivity to the School of Environmental Technology new building, the ongoing car park construction at the School of Environmental Technology new building, the inclusion of the whole School of Environmental Technology building on the list of buildings to be renovated in year 2025, among others. Apart from the developmental projects, some members of teaching and non-teaching staff of the school recommended for promotion were graciously approved. The Akure people will say in Mateoko. Please clap for Madam Vice Chancellor. May God continue to endow you with more wisdom, Madam Vice Chancellor. I also wish to thank the members of the annual lecture and conference planning committee, led by the able chairperson, Professor Dorcas Ayeni. The committee members have been working tirelessly since September 2024 to ensure the success of this event. May the Lord Almighty God reward you in multiple folds. I thank all heads of department, both past and present, and other members of staff for their support and commitment to excellence. I greatly appreciate our students for their maturity and cooperation in making the best out of this current situation. Madam Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, and esteemed members of the audience, I greatly appreciate your presence, and I urge you to take all advantage of this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to bring up the Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Oladiji, who is here today being ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Titi Amos, for our address.
The address of the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Professor Adenike Oladiji, FAS, at the annual lecture and first postgraduate conference of the School of Environmental Technology, set held today, Wednesday, 19th, and Thursday, tomorrow, 28th February 2025, in the T.I. Francis Auditorium. The Deputy Vice Chancellor of Development, please, can I seek your indulgence? Protocol, you can't separate twins. DVC, please, I crave your indulgence. Come to the high table. Don't worry, I will. Okay, there is a seat for you now. Please, beside. The registrar, the librarian, the provost, top government functionaries here, my Lord spiritual and temporal, our distinguished guest speaker. Maybe I addressed him as a guest lecturer, because he's going to lecture us today. And I said he's architect Professor Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega. He gave us a riddle this morning while on a courtesy visit to the VC I hope you will. That's the hallmark of a lecturer. So he started by giving a redo. So maybe we finish it during the course of the lecture. Distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Babalola DVC Academic, OAU. The Dean, School of Environmental Technology, my friend and brother, Professor Ajay. I asked him whether he has brought Ajay here today. He refused to drop Ajay with us. Other deans present here, directors and heads of department, chairman and members, set annual lecture organizing committee, members of staff, great Futarian, members of the gentlemen of the press, and ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you most heartily to the annual lecture and the postgraduate conference of the School of Environmental Technology set of our great university, the Federal University of Technology, Akure. I welcome our distinguished guest lecturers, and I also recognize our distinguished awardees who are here present. Some of our grandfathers in the profession here, welcome you, sir. Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega, MD, CEO, Interstate Architects Limited, Lagos State, and other distinguished guests to our beautiful campus. I welcome all top government functionaries, captains of industry, eminent scholars, and friends of the School of Environmental Technology, and our dear colleagues from universities from across the nation to this special event. I thank my brother, friend, and colleague, the Dean of School of Environmental Technology, Professor Isaac Olaniyi Ajay, for sustaining this important aspect of the university culture. This program is beneficial in many ways, apart from a generation of fresh ideas through intellectual interactions. The engagement of external resource persons as guest lecturers further strengthens the bond between the town and gown. I must acknowledge the resourcefulness of Professor Ajay and his worthy contributions, especially as the chairman, Committee of Deans. His resilience and forthrightness endeared him to the Vice Chancellor. Please, can we give him a round of applause? I also wish to use this moment to thank the entire faculty of SET for making today's event a reality, and particularly the chair, SET Annual Lecture Committee, Professor Dorcas Ayeni and her team. We also acknowledge the effort of past pacesetters in the School of Environmental Technology. Many of them have clearly demonstrated commitment, leadership, and forthrightness in helping to make FUTA what it is today, among who are Professor Arayela, Professor Ogunduile, whom we even exported as a Vice Chancellor some time ago, Professor Akimbogu, my own brother from childhood, Professor Ogunshemi, a friend, Professor Fada Miro, who has been a big brother to us. I saw him. Okay, sir. You're welcome. Our own Professor Fatui, and many more who I will not be able to mention today. Our Papa is here. We appreciate you, sir. And Mama, I often see him when he jogs. Him and Mama in those days. Thank you, sir, for being there for us. Presently, the School of Environmental Technology is still helping in shaping FUTA. The school has, as at present, given us opportunity to leverage on the leadership qualities of some of the faculties who are now directors in Advancement Center, CRET, some are chairmen of committees, SMARTY, lecture timetable, the lecture maintenance committee, and others. We even have the Director of Academic Planning from the school. Let's appreciate the school for that. Every effort, therefore, that has been put in place in order to add value to FUTA is hereby appreciated from the university management. We say thank you to every one of you in the School of Environmental Technology. The importance of the professionals in the built environment cannot be overemphasized. From time immemorial, one of the most basic human needs has been shelter, the others being food and clothing. The importance of shelter is very critical, as lack of it not only signifies a serious level of poverty, but also puts the very existence of the homeless individuals in serious jeopardy due to the excessive exposure to the elements. As our society evolves and we assume higher levels of sophistication in application of latest technology in science and technology, the built environment is not left behind. That is why the theme of this year's lecture, Artificial Intelligence, AI, and the built environment professions, what is our level of involvement? This does not come as a surprise to me. The theme is both timely and stimulating. In today's rapidly evolving world, artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic concept, but a present reality impacting virtually every facet of our lives. The built environment encompassing the design, construction, and management of the spaces we inhabit is no exception. From smart buildings and sustainable infrastructure to automated design processes and predictive maintenance, artificial intelligence offers transformative potential for our professionals. This program provides a veritable platform for us to explore this potential, to critically examine the current state of artificial intelligence integration within the built environment professions, and most importantly, to chart a course for our future involvement. We are privileged to have a distinguished professional as our guest lecturer today, who will share his insights and experiences. The experience has spanned over 47 years now. He came into FUTA sometime in 1978, when this place was a jungle. And we jokingly said today there has been a great improvement from what he left at Obakekere to here now. Let's give him. Thank you, sir. Challenging us to think creatively and strategically about how we can harness the powers of artificial intelligence to create a more efficient, human-centered, and sustainable built environment. The organizers of this lecture have found a round peg to fit the round hole of the discourse of today. Very importantly, this gathering provides a forum for government and the academia to interface and deliberate on how our nation can move forward inspiringly through critical artificial intelligence. The man on the field, architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladeja, MD, CEO, Interstate Architects Limited, Lagos, is here to elucidate our level of involvement. I'm convinced by the professional background of our distinguished guest speaker that our time at this lecture will be worth the while. I commend the School of Environmental Technology for organizing this important event. I'm confident that the discussions and collaborations that will take place during this conference, themed leveraging digital technologies, sustainable practices, and innovative solutions in the built environment, the pivotal role of postgraduate studies will be fruitful and contribute significantly to advancing our understanding and engagement in built environment. I encourage all participants, especially our postgraduate students, to actively engage in the sessions and network with the experts present. The Federal University of Technology, Akure, has a very rich faculty from which government can readily tap. I'm convinced that a collaboration between the government and our schools, the environmental technology, earth and mineral sciences, engineering and engineering technology, and that of computing can address our level of involvement. Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega is a chartered and registered architect with about 40 years of experience. He has been a major influence behind the creative output of Interstate Architects Limited for the past 31 years. He graduated from the University of Lagos, Akoka, Lagos. After several years of exemplary professional practice, he became a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects in the year 2005. I will be remiss in my responsibilities if I ended this address without acknowledging the good works of staff and students of the School of Environmental Technology. The school has been a massive pool of resources to the university, as I earlier said. It includes the review of the master plan of the university, production of souvenirs for the university, chairmanship of the board of survey, chairmanship of project monitoring committee, provision of valuation advice, offering invaluable services at the top level management of the university through illustrious academics, which includes the late Emeritus Professor Adeyemi, Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor J. Fadamiro, and others who I mentioned. The Chairman Committee of Deans, that is our current Dean, Professor J, is one of such individuals that we have leveraged on his expertise. Distinguished academics, esteemed guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you warmly to this August gathering, and I wish you all a most memorable time as I declare this program open and invite our guest lecturer to come and deliver to us the topic of today.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, my VC. Good morning. I would want to rest upon existing protocols. I think all the eminent personalities had been appropriately recognized in accordance with due process of protocol. So attempting to repeat that and making a mess of it could put me into trouble. So I just say, distinguished academicians, the great students of this university, guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to stand in your presence here today. But I see one man seated there. I knew him right from those days when he was studying architecture in the University of Ife. And I've heard of his exploits in this place. So please please forgive me for being partial in singling out for recognition my dear friend, Professor Tunde Arayela. I met him first when he was secretary of the Association of the Architecture Students Association of, is what was ASA, right? Ife. And those days in NAS, we forced you to change your name of your association. I still remember. And I remember that I was the one who proposed that Ife should be admitted into NAS. Am I correct? And the president then, you were the secretary. Yes. So So you will forgive me if I was a bit partial in recognizing him alone, because I'm talking of a relationship that goes more than 45 years. Thank you. Please, can I have my laptop? Thank you very much. I hope, oh, okay, that's also on, fantastic. No, would you be moving the slides, or you want me to move the slides? Okay, you move the slides, so, okay. Well, I have been relieved of at least one task. It will require a bit of coordination between me and the gentleman over there. Oh, okay. So let me just, give me just a second, please. Thank you very much. A topic that I have to speak on today. The Madam Chairman of the LOC has actually more or less covered the ground. And then the two profs also further elaborated on it. So I'm beginning to wonder, is there still anything left for me to say? You know, these people in academia, their capacity in research is enormous. And those of us who just do small, who was sponsored by the community to go and study overseas, and then he came back from overseas, and at the welcome address, when he was to address the audience, he spoke in very simple English. And someone in the audience had to remark, you mean we sent this man to England to come back and be speaking is and was English? So, I only know how to speak is and was English, but I try to get my message across. So please forgive me if you don't hear Latin, Greek, or other big grammar. Simple is and was language, naim I sabi. So please, can you put my presentation on? Thank you very much. The agenda that we will cover today, and I'm going to go through it very quickly, starting with the introduction. I will speak about the various forms of AI technologies and how it has advanced from narrow AI to what we have today, which is the generative AI, and to what it is evolving into, which is already active, the agentic AI. We look at the convergence of AI and the built environment professions. Then we look at some of the current applications of AI, some of the ways that AI is already being used in the various professions, from architecture to surveying, urban planning and regional and resource management, construction, engineering. Then we also look at robotics and automation, and how also AI is very actively being used in management. We will look at two case studies. One which is a project somewhere in Japan, and the other case study is our own experience applying AI to a project design process in my office, and we will project what we have done and how we did that. We will look at AI and sustainability from two perspectives: AI enabling us to create sustainable environments, and then the environmental impact of implementing AI. Assessing, then we'll go into assessing levels of involvement, and to enable me at least make some statements here. Thank you. Make some statements here that are quite, where I can speak with some level of being specific. We sent out a questionnaire, and the outcome of those questionnaires form the basis of assessing our level of involvement. It may not be exactly accurate because the sample was not extremely large, but I believe it's still indicative of the trend of adoption of AI in the industry. We then look quickly at the impact of AI on the built environment, AI as a tool enhancing professions, AI as a tool potential replacement of certain roles. The limitation of AI told you that
AI is actually, they've been working on AI for the past 70 years. How many of you would believe me?
That the world,
the
artificial
intelligence was defined first in the year 1956.
by a man
called John McCarthy. Not Paul McCarthy, Paul John McCarthy. He coined the term artificial intelligence at a conference in Dartmouth, USA in the year 1956. And that marked the beginning and the official birth of AI as a field of study. From then on, lots of studies and work was done. By the 1980s, early 1980s, AI programs had been developed that could actually perform various functions,
but limited computing power. We didn't have the fast processors that we have today. Neither did we have the huge data storage capacity that we have in data centers that we have today in those days. So it meant that you had designed programs, but you lacked the engine that could put these programs into action. By the early 1990s, machine learning
and neural networks began
to be even in our hands. I'm sure that many of us, we have in our hands a portable device, a telephone. And when you are typing at times, predictive text more or less suggests or guesses what your next word will be. That is AI in action, machine learning. It learns patterns from how you've been typing over time and begins to predict what your next words would be. You have things like sentence completion. If you were typing an email, say in your Gmail, you type the first two words. In fact, it puts a whole sentence ahead of you. You press tab to accept and or modify it. That is AI, machine learning in action. So it means we've been interacting with this for quite a while. You open up your YouTube account, and based on your previous interactions, it's not on. Yeah. And based on your previous interactions, YouTube makes suggestions or lines up a series of videos that more or less are related to what you've been doing online. That is machine learning. So machine learning and then neural networks became very active by the end of the last decade. Why is there all of a sudden this buzz about AI? It's because, largely, 2 years ago, generative artificial intelligence became available practically for free to us to use through ChatGPT, which was the first one to go on. And in almost every single software you have now, there's an AI assistant automatically embedded in it. Your Microsoft or your Microsoft Office softwares has Copilot on it. Anything that is associated with Google has Gemini on it, and so on and so forth. And now we are beginning to use them to achieve a lot and a lot more. Now, we take a quick look at AI technologies. I've mentioned already machine learning. Also, we have natural language processing, which focuses on the interaction between computers and humans through natural language. It enables machines to understand, interpret, and respond to human language in a meaningful way. Applications such as the chatbots, language translation, and even, you wouldn't believe this, sentiment analysis, all are available. So you do something and you would see where it's trying to tell you, use more inclusive language, do this, do that, and so on. Now, we also have amongst the various technologies readily available now, computer vision. Computer vision involves enabling machines to interpret and make decisions based on visual inputs. I'm sure that on your telephone, you have an image. You can use Google Lens to say, search for this image. And Google Lens will give you all kinds of information from the internet about the image that you have put in there. This technology is used in various applications such as facial recognition, object detection, and even medical imaging. Then we have robotics. And I don't think I need to talk too much about that. This is just machines that have now been given capacity to execute various actions with remote or no human interaction. They are programmed to perform tasks. These AI-powered robots are used in manufacturing, healthcare, and even domestic environments. We now have these vacuum cleaners that you can plug. You just press the button, it discharges, comes out from the docking station and begins to go around your room, dodging obstacles and cleaning up the floor. Now, the one that suddenly woke us up that there is something going on, generative AI. And of course, we've spoken about the text generation, which we all know, that is ChatGPT. There is image generation that you can now do with software such as DALL-E, Midjourney, etc. DeepArt, which is an AI tool that generates images in the style of famous artists. And it does things like turning a regular photo into something that looks like a Van Gogh painting, etc., etc. Then we have the 3D models and animation, something that we use a lot in our industry. So the world of artificial intelligence is evolving at an extraordinary pace, transforming science fiction into everyday reality. In just under a decade, we've seen AI systems perform data analysis, transitioning to those that generate stunning visuals and can talk to us. We are now about to enter the era of agentic AI. An agentic AI, if you could just take me to that next page. Agentic AI is a revolutionary form of artificial intelligence that does not just respond to prompts, but proactively makes decisions and drives actions to achieve preset goals. This paradigm shift is poised to redefine business operations and human technology interaction in ways we are only beginning to comprehend, offering unprecedented opportunities for innovation and efficiency. I would rather remain positive than look at what some fear. Agentic AI represents systems capable of autonomous action for human users or other AI systems. Unlike traditional AI, and even generative AI, which requires explicit instructions for every task. Agentic AI assesses situations, formulates plans, and executes them with minimal, but not entirely free from human oversight. I think that is reassuring. We will still be relevant to guide these things in delivering the goals. Now, agentic AI is going to enable quite a number of possibilities. Key characteristics is autonomy in operation, adaptive learning and reasoning, language understanding, workflow optimization. Agentic AI agents combine their language understanding with reasoning, planning, and decision-making abilities to optimize workflows and business processes. And then there is the next level of agentic AI, which is already in operation in certain areas. And that is what we call multi-agent and system conversations, where through the Internet of Things, different AI agents can now send signals and data to each other that they can now work collaboratively. Some of these examples will be agentic AI has enabled self-drive vehicles. And then you also have traffic lighting systems in some countries. Now, both can communicate with each other and collaboratively ensure safe passage. So these AI agents in the traffic lights can communicate with the AI agents in the self-drive vehicle. These are some of the things we are beginning to see, but we'll definitely see a lot more of AI agents operating together. Convergence of AI and the built environment professions. Now, the built environment professions refers to a wide range of experts. All the various experts have been identified in this hall earlier today, who play key roles in designing, constructing, managing, and maintaining the built environment. Built environment includes buildings, infrastructure, urban spaces, and other man-made surroundings. AI is not just a tool for efficiency in the built environment. It is also a catalyst for redefining how we think about the future of cities and infrastructure. For example, AI-driven smart cities are paving ways for systems that manage energy use, traffic flow, and even waste disposal autonomously. This shift could lead to more sustainable, resilient urban spaces that adapt to in real time to the needs of the inhabitants. As AI continues to evolve, it is opening new possibilities for collaborative design, where professionals from different fields work together alongside AI to co-create environments that are smarter, more efficient, and better suited for our changing world. Now, I talk about this collaborative world, and can we go to the next slide? This shows a map. Oh, unfortunately, it's not very clear up there. It is a network that shows the entire construction industry ecosystem and how the various professionals interact and how the various processes work. Some of the critical things to note is that for us in the built environment, the evolution of building information modeling and building information management systems has created a platform where we can all collaboratively work on a single source of truth for project delivery and even post-construction management. I believe that my dear friends all seated in the gallery you already are using softwares like Revit, Rhino, etc. in producing designs. But these are platforms that enable collaborative co-authorship of a design, because everyone is working on the same virtual representation of the project to be constructed. And because we can work collaboratively, the structural engineer, the electrical engineer, the MEP engineers are all working hand in hand with the architect, developing the model. It means that you have one single virtual representation of the built project in one place for everyone to use. Now, this means we have more efficient designs. Now, AI is now being incorporated into BIM softwares, enabling us to even become more efficient and more effective in what we do. We will begin to see how we can use digital twin technology more, not only at the design stage, but for building performance analysis, as well as even how the environment and the building interact throughout the year. We can do simulations of what the interior environment of the building will be like different times of the day, different months of the year, to be able to come up with the most efficient solution for our building, thus creating energy efficient and very, very comfortable buildings. Incorporation of AI will enable us to do all kinds of simulations that will enable us to produce best results. Now, if we move to the next slide, and I'm going to just go very quickly, what are some of the current applications of AI in the built environment? And we'll be looking very quickly at the following areas: architecture, surveying, urban planning and resource management, construction, engineering, robotics and automation, and management. Now, if we go to the next slide very quickly. In architecture, AI is already available and in various forms of softwares, some which I have even used in the course of my practice in the past few years. AI as a design assistant through softwares like TestFeast and Autodesk Generative. Building information modeling, integration. I've spoken about building information modeling area. Softwares like Rhino, Revit, and Co. already have this capability. 3D modeling and visualization. We already do that, but with AI, we can now have more processing capacity, so you now have more realistic renderings and visualization, and much faster in terms of processing this to produce high quality resolutions. Building performance simulation, which I've spoken about earlier. Material optimization. Sustainability optimization, and code compliance. I will be demonstrating to you in the course of this week how we used AI to analyze
Code compliance on one of our projects.
Next, in the field of survey. This is an area where, now when I talk of surveying, there are so many adjectives of surveying. Professor Niyaje is a quantity surveyor. I'm sure we have land surveyors here, geodesic surveyors, estate surveyors. I think I met one madam earlier today who is an estate surveyor. So when you look at surveying, there are so many classes of surveyors, different types of surveyors. So, and I just put them all under one umbrella, not because I disrespect them, but for space and time. So some of the things that we have is automated cost estimation. Of course, we know that applies to quantity surveying. Risk management. Document automation, which applies across all the professions. AI-powered drones and LiDAR for surveying, especially topographic surveying, sounding, etc. Automated mapping and GIS analysis, real-time data processing, AI-powered satellite imagery analysis, automated land classification, and climate change monitoring. These are all capabilities that are already, AI capabilities that are already available and are assisting professionals to produce better results. If we go to urban planning, again, I've already spoken about in the course earlier how AI enables smart cities to work, and we just see in areas of urban planning, predict population growth and land use patterns to inform zoning and infrastructure development. AI helps in designing efficient city layouts, very, very effective in traffic analysis and co, so you get much more effective and city planning. Resource management, optimize the use of resources like water, energy, enhances waste management systems. Smart cities, through the Internet of Things, various devices communicate with each other, optimize traffic flow, energy usage, waste management, and so on. Predict future urban growth and needs. Then also in disaster resilience, it helps cities to plan for natural disasters by simulating scenarios and identifying vulnerable areas. These are all capabilities that are available now that we can key into, exploit to be much better professionals, especially in terms of the results that we produce. Now, in construction, AI already helps with planning and scheduling. We've also played with that, where you input all the data and information, and much more effective process scheduling and planning. Predictive maintenance and risk management. Utilizing AI for protective measures, predicts equipment failures, schedules maintenance to reduce downtime and cost, etc. Early this year, that's in January, I was at a construction trade fair in Germany. And practically all the new machinery that we looked at that fair, we discussed, all have a SIM card in them. Enables them to transmit information real time to the database of the manufacturer of that equipment. It identifies itself and is giving real-time feedback as it's operating, all the operating parameters and how all the mechanical, electronic, and electrical devices on that machine are performing, are being sent to a central processor. And this processor is analyzing this data and can alert or alarm the operator prior to an incident. They can then do remote analysis of the machine and instruct a mechanic here on what to fix. AI-powered project management. And again, this is an area that I personally am also trying to get the best out of. There are platforms like Procore, Buildops. They use machine learning to track progress, predict delays, and optimize schedules. And then we have quality control and defect detection, where you scan, because you now have these hand scanners. You put a scanner app on your phone, and you're scanning your project under construction. And then AI analyzes the scanned information and enables you to know where there are defects or remedial needs to be done on your ongoing construction. So a lot of these will enable us to be much more effective. In engineering, there are lots of AI-enabled processes. Predictive analysis and simulation. This relates to practically all of us. material optimization, which I've mentioned also in architecture. Automated code compliance checks applies to anyone that has to comply with codes. And I said I would demonstrate how we have done a code compliance check on one of our projects. Structural strength monitoring, automated design optimization, geotechnical AI analysis. So when your field results come, you can feed them into your AI, to even into a very simple chatbot. All the field data that came from the geotechnical survey, if you feed all that data, in fact, just even ordinary ChatGPT, feed that data in and see the kind of analysis that ChatGPT will give you of all that field data. And you know, the thing is that it does it so fast. It's the same thing you can do, but you feed those 50 pages, 60 pages of data, you feed into ChatGPT, and you press, and before you finish saying hi to your friend, it's beginning to generate analysis and recommendations.
And in a few minutes, you have
a report analysis of the field and recommendations in your hands. Of course, it will still need human review, because these things are not yet absolutely perfect. So we humans still need to check. Now, we move on. Robotics and automation. I think this is quite obvious. We just have machines that can now do some of the work for us, especially areas where it would have been quite dangerous for humans to walk, or humans need to take extra care and caution. You now can have machines perform those tasks. Walks overhead, walks on inclines, and so on and so forth, with well-programmed machines. Site monitoring and management. One of our project sites, we actually have an AR camera, and anytime any one of us, anywhere we are, on your phone, you log in, and you can monitor progress as is going on site. And it can also, when programmed with AI, with specific instructions, it can even tell you whether all the columns are aligned, and also analyze for you how much work was done in a day and whether you are online with your program. Site monitoring and management. Then we have smart robots that perform on-site tasks, which I've already mentioned. Robotic arms, welding arms, bricklaying robots, and they use assembly of high precision fabrications, etc., etc. Then we have AI-powered 3D printing and additive manufacturing. These are all various capacities that are already available that we can use
right now as I speak
today. Most of these capabilities are accessible practically off the shelf. Just go online and acquire the AI, the required AI agent that you need for whatever work you need to do. In management, again, most of what I've mentioned earlier all apply. Of course, what we also have is predictive analysis, resource optimization, and very interesting, construction law and contracts. AI-powered contract review. So you have a 200-page contract with lots of clauses and blah, blah. You can feed this into an AI chatbot, and it can do a contract review for you. Not only grammar, but also point out key things, your responsibilities and other things you need to note, and perhaps even clauses that contradict each other or could have legal implications. Dispute resolution assistance, already available, and regulatory compliance automation, I've already mentioned that.
But regulatory compliance automation in this instance, when we talk of management, we now look beyond just our own immediate professional environment, but into government regulatory environments. I'm making a plea here that regulatory compliance, especially building approval process and building control processes, should be fully automated. And these are very simple processes. Already, we produce digital designs as architects, engineers, and co. So I send that in to the government's processing platform. And then the officer gets a report on his desk to say, this submission has been analyzed for the following. Following are what we see to be fully compliant by way of design, and the following are the areas of non-compliance or needs review and advice. The officer is able to send that report to you. The two of you can review it together. You have made your designs appropriately and send back online. It's almost like you are doing a financial transaction online. Our building plan approval process can easily be escalated to that level because the capacity exists. Secondly, part of what I would have mentioned in the conclusion is that when we have fully digitized records process, or in our planning offices and the government archives, it becomes valuable training data for AI. Now, one of the issues we have with AI is that right now it's being trained on foreign models and foreign data. There's very little data, trainable data here. We have generated a lot of data that is easily convertible to trainable data, but those data are not either in the public domain or are not in the format that is accessible to AI. So what that means is that just like you are in the university here, so much of your research here is not available for AI to read, and that could guide others, because everything is still either in hard copy or in digital copy, but in not public available. But when it becomes public available as body of knowledge, then AI can access it and use it to make recommendations even to people like us. Someone may have studied the effect of soil erosion in this area, and I've been commissioned from Alang Baiko to come and put up a building here. I get valuable advice straight away from AI to say these areas are prone to this, so you're advised to take the following measures when you're doing your design. But when the data is locked up, then it's unavailable. And we see that AI is being trained largely on information from outside our domain. So that is a major one that we have to jointly work on. Practitioners, academia, and the public service. We have to jointly work together to see how we can curate and make trainable data available for AI, that we can now have more local context to what AI gives us by way of output and response. Now, I move to the area of sustainability, but I've spoken a lot about this, so I can easily jump that slide. And then I come to predictive maintenance, which I've also mentioned in the course of this discussion, so I can jump that. Quality control and safety. I've also spoken about how it is used in these areas. So I will also move from that slide to the next one, which will be slide number 21, the first case study. My first case study here is a project anyone can access online. It's called the Toyota Woven City, AI-driven smart residential and industrial hub. It was designed, the designer is this highly reputable firm that's called the PIG, Jack Ingalls Group. It's a Danish firm, and they've done, and this project is an AI-powered smart city prototype, integrating autonomous mobility, robotics, Internet of Things, and sustainable energy. The phase one of the project was launched in the year 2021,
So it's still, but it's advanced. There are images of its current state. Key AI technologies used: autonomous vehicles, AI-powered urban planning, smart homes, robotic assistance, predictive maintenance, and renewable energy management. If we go to the next slide, there's just some more details as how they have used it. In the planning and design phase, AI-enhanced urban design, sustainability optimization, and smart infrastructure modeling was done using AI. At the construction phase, AI-powered modular construction, BIM, and digital twin technology. I mean, I keep mentioning BIM because for us as built environment professionals, BIM is the platform upon which we can exploit AI maximally. Autonomous transportation, AI traffic control, predictive maintenance, smart infrastructure, renewable energy optimization. The design, when they came up with the design, they came up with the analysis enabled them to come up with 3 distinct road types: for fast-moving vehicles, for personal mobility, bikes and scooters, and pedestrian-only pathways. They did all kinds of simulating tests and on different energy, reducing carbon footprints and improving efficiency. All this was achieved using AI to do the modeling to come up with the best results. AI helps to predict how buildings and transportation systems will interact dynamically over time. And then I mentioned the use of robotics and twin beams and all that. Then we come to the work that we did in my office. Oh, the slide is no longer available. Okay. Now, in my office, we were commissioned to design a level 3 biosafety laboratory. A level 3 biosafety molecular laboratory for medical research and other activities. It's to be built somewhere in Nigeria, in the premises of a research institute. What we did is that we completed the design, and then we needed to do, because we also had involvement with some overseas agencies. It's a research center, so it's collaborative, Nigeria and others internationally. So the building code had to comply with both our local and the what is called the IBC, International Building Code. When we finished the design, the floor layout, an image of the floor layout was loaded, you wouldn't believe it, into just ChatGPT 3. And we said, analyze compliance with ingress, egress compliance for fire and life safety. So the image was loaded, ChatGPT came out with a report. The report is 3 pages, which I had wanted to display here, but I'll just quickly read through. Now this is, I'm reading now what ChatGPT has said to us. Based on the provided layout and occupant load, we have to also provide occupant load. Here is assessment of egress compliance according to International Building Code. 1, number of exits and locations. He states the IBC requirements, and then he gives the observation. So, because it says the IBC requirement is a class H5 occupancy with more than 10 occupants must have a minimum of 2 exits per floor. Observation, layout appears to have multiple exit points, including a service entrance and visitors entrance, and designated as a compliance. Compliance, assuming exits are properly distributed and accessible. Then it goes to the next one. Number of exits and locations. IBC, it then states the IBC regulation, observation on your design, and then it tells you whether you are compliant. Next, it analyzes corridor width and fire rate. Says the IBC requirement, minimum corridor width 44 inches, 1.12 meters for egress parts. Corridors must be fire rated 1 hour minimum for H5, but 2 hour provided in this design, because we did a 2 hour power rating, so it's fire rating still observes 2 hours. Now, I always do a much higher fire rating because I know those standards were evolved in countries where you can be sure that the fire service will be there within 45 minutes. So a 1 hour resistance means that you still have an intact structure when they arrive over there. So for me here, I do minimum of 90 minutes fire safety for all my walls where they are necessary. But in this instance, we did a 2 hour fire safety, knowing that that center was in a bit of a remote location from the major city. So, and it says, yes, you have provided 2 hours. It exceeds the minimum. And corridor widths measurements are also confirmed as compliant. So, it goes to exit doors and pathway configuration. So, more or less, picks every component of that code, tells you what the code says your design should comply with, then compares your design to that fact and gives you a feedback. And that is exactly how AI works. It has been trained on certain data to analyze and report in this manner. So when you present data to it, it then analyzes your data and configures your response based on how the algorithms have been set to respond. So in this instance, it states the standard, it then checks whether you have it, and tells you what you need to do. Now, I now go to, thank you. I'm actually almost just in line with you. Next is I have the next few slides in which we analyzed that's the final page of the reports, and all that you have there are those tables talking about compliant, not compliant, and co. Now, if you go to the next slide, we are assessing the level of involvement. And we assess the level of involvement of our members on the basis of a number of factors. We asked whether they were familiar with AI technology. And the response is that about 11% of our respondents said they are not. 26% said we are slightly familiar. 35% more or less, moderately familiar. And 14% said they are very familiar. We also requested to know from each of our respondents what particular softwares they use that have AI potentials and AI embedded. And quite a number of softwares were mentioned, from Autodesk Forma to Revit, ChatGPT, Prom AI, RAG. So quite a number of softwares were mentioned. And it means that, for me, I found that quite reassuring that there is a provision of AI-enabled softwares that our members are using around. Although the numbers using them may not be low, but there is a provision of those AI-enabled softwares, and it's being used in the industry in Nigeria. The next is that there's a moderate awareness of AI technologies, and some platforms are gaining slightly more recognition than others. And they seem, from my response, a lot more in the architecture area. Now, we then went on to, in assessing level of involvement, We then looked at data again on what were the uses that our members are putting them to. Generative design, we have almost 70% of the respondents said yes, they've either used or tried it out on generative design. 74% says they've used it for building performance analysis, and I won't be surprised because a lot of us do that. Then we have BIM automation, also at a very high percentage. 78% of those who responded say yes. Then clash detection. Sadly, that is much lower, 52%. Meanwhile, clash detection is most critical because this is where we manage the interface of architecture and all the engineering designs to ensure that everything works perfectly. Then cost estimation. That's Professor Ajay's people, 54%. Construction site monitoring, 50%. And then the very, very low areas is project planning and control, just about 2%. Visualization, just almost as low. And but one person is actually far, far, far ahead of the pack, because we had one respondent who says he's already 5D BIM monitoring. Now, that is real advanced. And to know that we have people, at least one of our correspondents at that advanced level, is quite reassuring. Then we wanted to know, what did they see as the challenges? Challenge number one that was mentioned is cost of implementation, which is obvious. These things are priced in dollars. And with our current exchange rate, it is a big wahala. Me, I've had to reduce the number of BIM licenses that I have in my office. At a point in time, I had 27 licenses across 2 offices. We've reduced that drastically. Because if you are paying about $2,500 per license, help me to convert that to Naira and then multiply by that number. Unless if VC will give me a fresh campus to design, then I can earn the fees to justify that investment.
Lack of training and expertise
is the one that is the highest recognized challenge at almost 70% of respondents. Data privacy concerns. About 1/3 of the respondents. Ethical considerations, 30% of respondents. Integration with existing software, more than half of those who responded raised those concerns. Meanwhile, it's actually quite easy, but it needs training. Resistance to change, more than half of those who responded made that. And then there is the one rigid to change, about 1%, 2% of those who responded. Now, we come therefore to, I have mentioned the challenges from
the feedback that we got. So there is no need to go further, except just to raise that there are some further challenges not identified.
And one of them is data availability and quality. But I have mentioned that here, some of the obstacles and why data is very important. We need high quality data to train AI on, that we have locally relevant responses and locally relevant usage. Another thing about our industry is that our data is also is fragmented. Our data are held in different silos. I'm not even sure the NIA data that NIA holds is even shared with the NSC, which is a sister professional body. Not to now talk of, also Professor Ajay's NIQS. I'm not sure even the professional bodies are talking enough amongst themselves and exchange of data. Not to now talk of the bigger industry. So we have information that is also fragmented held in different places. Also, the data that is available in industry, there's data available in academia, there's data, so much data available in the public, in government and public sector, that is not put into a coherent, the university librarian is here, sir. So you understand what I'm saying, sir.
Maybe you should even help us one of these days to talk to us. So how can all of us
bring all this scattered information together in a way that it becomes an easy, readable library of data that will guide the whole industry? That was the only other thing I wanted to mention that was not in that table. Ethical considerations. Yes, there are ethical considerations. Right now, there are lawsuits in the US and Europe regarding the fact that the generative AI is scraping information from all over the place, including information that individuals believe is copyrighted, and is using it in generating responses. So it is still being challenged. The AI people are saying no, public knowledge. You can't say that I go to a library to read up on books and then use the facts there to write an essay, and you're saying I've copyrighted, unless if I was verbatim using too many of the words from the book. But if it is knowledge that I have processed and then used to put forward an argument, and this is what the AI people are saying, but it's still in court. We continue to watch. There are also issues that there could be breach of privacy. And so we have that. But there's also the thing that is called bias and fairness. Depending on how the chatbot is programmed, it could have bias in terms of how it uses information or analyzes information, which is why we need to always still go over what he has done and then eliminate bias and then rewrite where necessary. Then there's also the issue of fairness, that data and results that are analyzed without emotional intelligence could lead to unfair decisions that may, in terms of societal structure. Now, there's also the concern that long-term societal impact could include over-reliance on AI, which could erode human skill and judgment, making professionals less capable of critical thinking and problem solving. So any decision we make today will have a long-term impact and consequence for future generations. So it means we should still be discerning consumers of these technologies. Moving on quickly, opportunities. It's all been mentioned all before. Increased efficiency and productivity, improved design quality and performance, enhanced sustainability, creation of new jobs and business models. And it's interesting, the process. I said impact on the built environment, and this is just how all digital technologies have transformed various business models. If you look at what it has done with banking, what it has done with a number of other sectors, digital technologies end up disrupting the incumbent structure and gives you a new structure. But the critical thing is, we, the professionals, have to find a way to ensure that the reimagined structure, we are still in charge. That is one of the challenges we face. How do we quickly domesticate this technology and then work with it, that it becomes the tool of our craft and we stay ahead, rather than being upstaged by those who do not have our training but can manipulate these technologies. AI as a tool for potential replacement of certain roles. Most certainly, roles that involved a lot of data processing, writings and repeated tasks and data entry, stuff like that, we definitely will become less and less needed because AI can take those tasks. However, there will also be what we call job evolution, not elimination. And that means that new roles will be required as certain roles diminish, and the professionals is an opportunity for us to transition to a higher value tasks by acquiring new skills in AI, data analysis, and digital tools. This should be enable us to perform at a higher level. I mean, surgeons, we now talk of remote surgery and co. They'll still be done by surgeons because they have mastered those technologies. It means we also have to master all those technologies that relate to our industry to enable us to perform at supercharged higher level. AI as a tool for enhancing professions, I've already spoken extensively about that. Limitations of AI in Nigeria. Number one is limited publicly available data. Unlike the US or Europe, where extensive data sets on building, climate, urban planning are available, Nigeria has fewer digitized AEC records for AI to learn for. AEC means architecture, engineering, and construction. Many construction standards are not even fully digitized or AI trainable. So we need to also push information into that sphere to enable us get the best out of AI. Our complex approval processes for now still rely on human judgment. We hope again, as our states continue to digitize, things will get better and AI will then become an assistant and enabling much more efficiency. Local material constraints and skilled labor considerations, cultural and social considerations make AI still needs human oversight.
I will move us quickly to recommendations.
As I round up, our recommendations are as follows. 1, education and training. We are to incorporate AI education into the built environment curricula. We don't need to be AI experts, but we should have enough knowledge and skill to be able to instruct AI to get the best results. For instance, myself and maybe Professor Ajay may want to get information from ChatGPT
on the same subject. But the way it is the prompt that I put in. If I put in a prompt different from his, on the same subject, it will give us information, but one may have more depth than the other.
Or one may even talk about something slightly different from what he gets because of the prompt that we put in. So learning prompting is where it starts from. And then understanding how it works so that to get the best results out of all these things, we need to know how to instruct it. Otherwise, it will be garbage in, garbage out, as the computer people tell us. So, education. Then, research and development. Because we need to have Nigeria-specific content in what AI will provide to us. If I want AI to give me a legal opinion on a contract, I don't want it to be referring to the laws in the US, UK, or Europe. Simply because our laws are not yet in a format that AI can easily scrape the internet and analyze against Nigerian laws. Collaboration. This is a call for greater collaboration between academia, industry, and government for AI adoption. Policy and regulation. This is critical because as we go into, I looked in the direction of Doctor, the librarian. Curate local industry data for AI training. Open data sets provided by, for example, the government, research institutions, and companies for commercial purposes. National Building Code, all state planning and development control regulations and co. And I know that the NIBRI, Nigeria Institute for Building and Road Research, Nigeria Building Road and Research Institute, they have he and I will collaborate in the Boys Brigade. He is the national president of the Boys Brigade. I'm the national vice president, Southwest. So we also speak outside us mentoring the boys. We speak about what's going on in this institute. They have massive data. They have data on almost every single building collapse that has occurred in this country. And they've analyzed reports from states, from the various institutes on various collapses. I mean, imagine just being able to have access to such a library. How much quality decision making can come from that data. And with AI now and all that available in an AI readable format, AI can scrape through all that and come up with a coherent recommendation on certain decisions you want to make in certain locations regarding a building. And then you have a better design that works based on so much knowledge that is sitting piled up in archive rooms, some of them still in paper form. Now, I go on. So those would be my key recommendations. Now, this is a quote from Professor Neil Leach. He says, we need to familiarize ourselves with potential of AI and upgrade ourselves to become super users. To use a term coined by architect Randy Dosh. Now, what is he trying to say here? These things are there. If we don't use its power fully to deliver better results as built environment professionals, some boys will sit in some corner and will be dishing out things on the internet using those technologies because it's democratized, it's available. The guy combines it with BIM and some other 3D softwares and puts up some funky thing on the internet and says, come and buy this building plan, or I can construct this building for you. And of course, you end up with rubbish because all the nuances of what makes good architecture is unknown to this person. All the nuances of engineering in the finer details are unknown to this person. But he's able to use these digital technologies to come up with something that is appealing to the layman. So we have to therefore be ahead of possible persons who would wish or who would try to displace us as the incumbents in this industry. And the only way to do that is we become super users of these technologies. Just as the surgeons in US and co have mastered these things, that you are doing remote surgery, you are doing all kinds of things, we in our industry in Nigeria should become like that. That should be how involved we must be with AI. So how involved with AI are we? This is how involved we must be. So key findings from this is that there's a growing awareness of AI amongst built environment professionals. There's a high level of integration of AI and existing CAD and BIM softwares. Built environments professionals will need a basic understanding of these emerging technologies. While we won't have to become experts in AI, they will need understanding the role of data in automated decision making, as well as dangers of AI mistakes, data and inaccuracy, and bias. Importance of AI for the future of the professions. AI integration into the construction industry represents huge opportunities to enhance efficiency, cut costs, minimize our environmental impact, which are benefits that everyone should consider embracing. Built environment professionals who are able to augment their own skills through generative AI, we find that they will greatly boost their productivity. So, as I proceed to go and take my seat, I leave you with this quote from Dr. Rowan Braham. Perhaps the most exciting prospect is AI's potential to catalyze a renaissance of creativity and innovation in construction.
While AI has, that is Dr. Owen Braham, quote and unquote. While AI has potential to recognize the construction industry, construction must navigate significant challenges to fully realize its potential. By addressing these barriers through strategic planning, collaboration, and investment in skills and infrastructure, the industry can harness AI to build smarter, safer, and more sustainable structures for the future. Thank you very much.
Please, another round of applause for our guest lecturer. When we called him guest lecturer, he said guest speaker, but we can actually see that he has really lectured us. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We appreciate you, sir. Please, if you have questions, it is the time to prepare them. They will be answered in due course. But before then, please join me to welcome the following people. I welcome Professor Awodele, Director, Academic Planning. You're welcome, sir. We welcome Architect Dr. Ibekele Daudu, the Principal Partner, King's Consult Associates, Akure. You're welcome, sir. Welcome Mr. B. Akinshumi. He's an alumnus of QSV Department, Futa here, and MD Niger Food. You're welcome, sir. We welcome you. We welcome the Dean Sime, I don't know, maybe he's still around, represented by Dr. B. Oshoyoye, Sub-Dean. Sime, you're welcome, sir. And the Dean of SEMS is here being represented by Professor Ademola Akimbobola. You're welcome, sir. We welcome all our awardees. I can see our distinguished professors sitting on this side. We welcome you. You are welcome. To the questions and answer, please, do we have anyone with question? Please, let's prepare our question. Okay, sir. While I bring up the librarian to kindly help us to moderate the question and answer time, I welcome Mrs. Anike Aje, Head of Local Government Administrations, Ondo State Local Government Service Commission. She is the wife of the Dean of SETS, Professor Aje. You are welcome, ma. And we also welcome the daughter, Ms. Opeyemi Aje. You are welcome. Please, the question. Any other microphone around?
My name is Architect Dr. Ibekele Daudu, and my question is this. Now, Mr. Guest Lecturer, you are a very familiar person in the public administration of designs and construction of buildings in Nigeria. And so we meet here and there. Would you want to say that the culture of Nigerian administration as it relates to finances will allow the use of artificial intelligence? We will want to know your answer. If your answer is yes, we want you to propose solutions. And if your answer is no, we want you to know why. I want you to give you an answer on the premises that in 2006, there was a proposal to digitalize all federal ministries so that all files and administrations will be in computers. Many people war against this decision because it will not allow corruption. So, Mr. Guest Lecturer, this is my question to you.
Thank you. My name is Esename Louis Emmanuel. I'm a graphic design lecturer here in FUTA. I want to sincerely thank you for this marvelous presentation, helping us to extend the AI debate locally. My question, sir, you mentioned the high cost of procuring licenses for the applications we use or deploy locally in practice. Hence, there is a preponderance of practitioners adopting cracked software, particularly as the genuine ones are beyond the reach of students, academics, and non-too successful practitioners. This might mitigate our being able to share or upload our research findings and outputs. What's your take on
where we are going to sell our products? He who paid the piper dictate the tools. When the clients are not ready to pay, you give them a design, and they are pricing your design by the volume of the paper you are giving them. Or you get a contract from the ministry. They will be telling you their own is 40%, and your own is 60%. How are we going to cope, get sufficient profit and money to be able to go the way the world is going? Thank you.
Our lecturer, thanks you very much for a good job. We have 3 questions, and then I want to believe you have them with you.
Thank you very much. Maybe I should stand up so that you can see me. Dr. Daudu. Otojo Metao. Benny. I told you that I'm not a stranger here. The only thing is that you people may not know how much I am embedded in this place. The only small problem I have is that many people mispronounce my name. They use Amioke on that last A. You know, it is Ga from Iga, which means palace. Okay, ni odo tiwa Iga, palace Iga, langpe palace, Afin Iga. So Ladega or Lade Iga. So do. But don't worry, I'm used to it. To it, that do be all the way to Ekiti State. Me change accent here, it's okay. So I no longer complain. Now to the serious business. Yes, Dr. Igbekele Daudu. You dropped a question. It is a heavyweight question, but you also answered it in the course of your commentary on the question. The fact is that AI is an inevitable tool that some of the softwares you use now comes with an AI assistant embedded. If you're using Microsoft Excel to do your figures, there's an AI assistant from Microsoft that is called Copilot. This presentation that I did, I also leveraged the power of Copilot. You know the interesting thing, I wrote all my prose. Long prose. And then I gave a link to that prose in my computer to the Copilot in PowerPoint. And I said, generate slides from this document. And it generated 30-something slides for me with headings and summaries of the various things that I said. And then I sat and began to edit to meet my requirements. But it gave me the skeleton and even more than the skeleton of the presentation from my prose. So it means, whether you like it or not, there are some, unless you don't use software at all, you have AI agents attached to your software. That is one. But I now understand what you want. To implement AI in a way and manner for financial controls, such that if there are a number of controls that a document, an invoice, or a payment must go through to get to the final stage, if you have a properly AI implementation within your system, it will check that it has gone through each and every one of those processes before it gets to the last stage. And if there's need for reconciliation, if you program and instruct your AI to reconcile with all previous presentations relating to this, it will give you a full report. Final decision is still yours as a human being to now decide to press a button to go ahead, or still use your administrative privileges as the one in charge of the system to override AI. AI no be human being, no go complain. No. It will simply just note. So, my position is this. It is quite sad. There are a number of states, I wouldn't mention, one of them is Southwest states, where following what happened in Abuja and Lagos, they decided to do a complete GIS, digitize all the entire land records. The consultant they gave the job to finished it. The thing was ready to implement. And then the civil servants started playing games with regards to the launching date. Oh, governor will not be available on this day. This day, this day, this day. And what they knew was that this governor's term was soon going to end. So if we dribble this consultant that he brought, and we are unable to about us, it is nothing, there's nothing wrong with technology. But Dr. Daudu, as you observed, it is in our hands. The technology is there, it will work. But do you know what will happen? Look at our banking system. Each time they are telling you they are updating. Do you know what they are doing? They are incorporating the power of artificial intelligence into all these, their online platforms. That is what they've been doing over the past year or so that they have better performance. I can tell you, although I won't mention the name, there's a particular bank that has commissioned us to build a data center and business continuity data recovery center for them. Huge one. It will be a very big data center. in this country. So it means that sector is leveraging technology. Now, all of you here, when was the last time you went inside a branch bank? When did you go inside bank building? Because you don't need to. In fact, when was the last time you wrote a check, personal check? Do you still have a checkbook? Okay. But we, in our personal life, we have moved into the age of digital technology. We, in our social life, we have moved into the era of digital technology. Even in our religious life, we have moved. But when it comes to the word that concerns government. So, Doctor, I don't know if I've answered your question, no? Or I've just added more to the puzzle. Yes, the issue of software is a very big issue, the pricing, vis-a-vis our economy. And I think in answering the second question, I will also in part answer the third question because they both relate to the fact that these products are priced in a foreign currency and we have a currency and we are a low-income country. When I'm talking of income, relatively, we are a low-income country in terms of the average income of the citizen vis-a-vis those places. So it means, and they are produced based on the economies of those places. So what are some of our solutions? All our IT gurus should please also start developing our native local softwares with these capabilities. After all, we have done it in banking. Abi? Every bank has a banking app. Those apps were not developed for them by people overseas. They were developed by our local people. We have our Nigerian fintechs, the Flutterwaves and co. They're not leveraging anything, maybe apart from hosting of their data in a data center somewhere outside Nigeria. Everything is local, designed, and implemented. So it means we have to find a way where we in the industry and the IT people can collaborate to develop our own local software solutions. But in the meantime, I want to inform you, late last year, the Association of Consulting Architects Nigeria had a meeting with the representative of Autodesk Africa. And part of what we discussed included a pricing plan for a low-income country like ours. We showed them the facts. These are the average wages that we even in private sector pay our staff. And I said that you don't want to look at what they are paying them in government too, because you know rich waiting with they pay. Look at the big boys. And then we said the figures we are showing you are the figures from the big boys. The small one-man practices are probably paying the architects working for them starvation wages. These are kind of wages we pay. Convert to dollar. Compare it to the cost of the software. I said when the software becomes the major cost element for our practices in Nigeria, you should know that then it is almost an unreasonable proposition. So we said you should be able to grant special pricing for this part of the world. And we then told them that, look, okay, what's the benefit that you will get? Benefit that you will get is that if the thing is priced appropriately, you will have a mass adoption of the copyright product rather than people using crack versions. So we made that proposal to them. They said they will come back. We've even proposed that the next time they are coming, it will be all the 7 professions in the built environment that will sit down with them. So we are reaching out already to our brothers, town planning, engineering, quantity surveying, estate surveying. We are reaching out to everybody to say all of us must sit down with these people so that we can craft out a local viable price. Yes, the issue of infrastructure, it is an issue. But somehow or the other, despite infrastructure issues, the telephone companies still are able to make telephony services available around the clock. Bankers are still able to make banking available online around the clock. Entertainers are able to entertain us online around the clock. It means as they have creatively found solutions to the infrastructure deficit challenge, we also should put on that cap to start thinking that way. But also, as the experts in infrastructure delivery, we should also begin to engage the government in the system on how to provide reliable, sustainable infrastructure for the general populace. That would be my own solution. But there is one aspect that this infrastructure made me to note. There is an ecological consequence of AI. It is still being studied. It is not yet certain. And it's the fact that data centers are being built in fact, prolifically, huge mega data centers are being built. In fact, one company is coming up now with a campus of data centers. The fact is that data centers use a lot of energy and generate a lot of heat. Now, and these are concerns that what will be the environmental consequence of this huge adoption of AI and the way AI is going vis-a-vis the backbone infrastructure that makes this thing happen, which are the data centers. That is being looked into. For instance, I learned from my younger brother who is an IT specialist last time I was overseas. He said, do you know that Microsoft is now investing heavily in water? And they're getting involved in some water companies. And I went to check online. And the fact is that because these data centers use inordinate amount of water in their cooling towers and the cooling systems. So they now have to compensate for their excessive use of water in other directions. But the fact is that I believe it's still early days. Once upon a time, a room this size would house a computer that had a memory capacity of less than 1 gig. Now, a small flash card can hold 128 gig. So my belief is that data centers ultimately, as computers become more and more efficient, they will need less energy and the environmental footprint will reduce. But for now, it's a major concern.
Can we just sustain the applause? Thank you so very much, sir. Well, let me just thank Professor Ajay, the Dean, and my chairman of Committee of Dean. You know, we have a round peg in a round hole. At a point, I was asking my registrar, is he an architect? Is he an IT professional? Is he a cybersecurity expert? And not the rest. And the fact of the matter is this: wherever you find yourself, see, that's the direction the world is going. Artificial intelligence, robotic, disruptive technology. We have many of them. And that is what is going to rule the world. Even in the area of medicine, you know, robots now operate. And that is the direction the world is going. The only takeaway from this is wherever we find ourselves, we just have to add value to our knowledge. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the university librarian, for helping us to take charge of that. Just for 5 minutes, I want to bring up the cultural troupe before we go to the award. Cultural troupe, please. You have 5 minutes for your presentation. And while they are preparing to come up, we welcome Professor Olarewaju Senior, because I know Olarewaju Junior is there. Daddy, you are welcome. He is here with his amiable wife. We welcome you, sir. Professor Julius Ajilowo Olujimi, you are welcome, sir. Yes, you are very much welcome. Professor Arayela, you are welcome, sir. Thank you. Those are the awardees of today. We welcome Professor Kashim. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much for coming. Cultural troupe, please, we are waiting.
Kori bati sa mu chakawe mi kori bati sa mu chakawe o mamu temi chakawala Èdùmàrè wo che o wo di mu mi gege ngoma ole ba tojo ma ajere re o Mamu chakawe o, mamu chakawe oye mi. Kori bati sa mu chakawe. Kori bati sa mu chakawe o, mamu temi chakawala. Mamu chakawe oye, mamu chakawe oye mi. Mamu chakawe oye, mamu chakawe oye mi. Kawe, kori bati sa mamu chakawe o, mamu temi chakawe ola. Kango kango wọn gogoro kange ajafọhun. Èso àbáyé má jà ìpèrò. Agogo wọn Bàmúládé oribiti yan kẹngẹrẹ ne ya pè mí kàyàmúlà ẹgẹ dí mi ya gbàgbó dí mi ya gbọya dí mi ya gbà kíkọ dádó mamu chakawe oye mamu chakawe o bá mi chakawe kori bati sa mamu chakawe o. Olóde òde àwárẹ̀wá o àwárẹ̀wá oko àwárẹ̀wá o ìyá o. Olóde olóde òde àwárẹ̀wá o. Òkèlè ẹ̀ńgẹ̀rùbọ̀dé ọba mi. Àwa ìbọ̀rọ̀. Orí bí ti yàn, ẹ̀rẹ̀ kíkan yóò fi dábẹ́ náà jẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀ dè ìṣòro èrè. Ẹ̀ka jí wẹ̀lẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Ọlọ́bí wọn náà ṣe lù pa. Òrìṣà dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ iná bí wọn. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrúbọ̀dé ọba mi yé mi o. Àwárẹ̀wá oko. Àwárẹ̀wá o ìyá o. Olóde olóde òde àwárẹ̀wá o. Akọ́dà ayé ìbà Èdùmàrè o ìbà o. Akọ́dà ayé ìbà o. Ìbà Èdùmàrè ìbà o. Akọ́dà ayé bá ṣẹ̀dá ìran ìbà o. Ẹ̀ngẹ̀ pòfẹ́sọ̀ gèrègèrè pátá ìbà yẹn. Gèdè lẹ́tọ́rọ̀ yẹ́n bíbò ní ìbà o. Ṣeré ọba mi, wá gbogbo máa jẹ́ kàn. gbogbo ọmọ nẹ̀bùkú ẹ̀rù wébi náà nẹ̀wé ìjẹ́bọ́nẹ́ ìbà ẹ̀ ọba mi àdúdú yẹmi. ọ̀nà bá fi dúró kùnà tètè kùnà. ọ̀ngá kúkú ewu sàmà chọ́bọ́ra. ẹ̀ngẹ́ rúbọ̀dé ọba mi o. kàngẹ́rẹ́ ní ya pè mí kàyà mọ́là. ẹ̀ngẹ́ dí mi gbàgbọ́ dí mi gbọ́yà. gèdè pòfẹ́sọ̀ yẹ́yìn bíbò ní ìbà. lẹ́tọ́rà gèdè ìbá o. ìbákanrẹ́ ìbọ́bìnrin ẹ̀ngẹ́ lọ́mọ ọ̀pẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́tẹ̀ dàgbà ọ̀pẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́tẹ̀ dàgbà iná dámọ́ bàjẹ́ ṣeré ọba mi wí àṣeyí tán dún ẹ̀yàwó sọ̀ràn ibà mi dí mi gbà ìdí mú jọ̀ràn àjìjà mi tùwákà wá chá wí àṣeyí tán dún ẹ̀yàwó sọ̀ràn òye mi ìbá gèdè obìnrin gèdè pátá ìbákanrẹ́ gẹ́dọ́ máa lùtù kúrú yẹn bí bò ní ìbá o. ìbá gẹ́dẹ́ ń ọba mi àgùntàn jọ èlò àpupa yẹmi wọ́nrán ẹ̀yà pè mí ìkàyà mọ́là wídí mi gbàgbọ́ dí mi yàgbọ́ yá wọ́ọ̀rì bí ti yàn. wẹ̀ kíkan yọ̀ ọ́ fi dọ́ọ̀bẹ́ náà jẹ́ ìwọ́de yìí sórí èyí ẹ̀yìn olùbọ́dé ọba mi. akọ́dà ayé ìbà o ìbà Èdùmàrè o ìbà o akọ́dà ayé ojúbà o ìbà Èdùmàrè ìbà o. tolúwa lónílẹ̀ ayé àtẹ̀kùn ẹ̀ àtọ̀ngẹ̀dẹ̀ yóò tẹ̀dé sínú rẹ̀ ẹ sọ nínú ìwé mímọ́ yín Olúwa ẹ sọ wípé a kò lè rò nǹkan gbà o bí kò ṣe pé a fi fún mi ẹni ká béèrè ẹ̀yin yóò sì fi fún wa o àkọ́dá ayé mojú o ìbà Èdùmàrè ìbà o. ẹ̀jú bá gẹ́gẹ́ pátá yẹn pòfẹ́sọ̀ yẹn bíbò ní o ìbà gẹ́gẹ́ lecturers ṣeré ọba mi àgùntàn jọ ìlò ìbámu súnmọ́ mi wẹ́kù bí ìgbàlà ìsúnmọ́ mi wẹ́kù bẹ́ẹ̀ fi máa já. ọmọ wọn ní ìlàwọ̀ Èkìtì wẹ́bí náà lẹ́wọ́ èjè bọ́nẹ́ ẹni bá fi dú ekùnà tètè kùnà ọ̀nà ní àkókò ewu sàmà jọ́bọ́ra. akọ́dà ayé mojúbà o tùwákàtà wákàbà. ìbà o. wọ́n gbogbo máa já kan wọ́n gbogbo máa já kan ó gbọ́mọ nẹ́bù pẹ̀rún. wọ́n lọ́mọ pẹ̀ kẹ́tẹ́ dàgbà iná dàmọ́ bàjẹ́. ọlá bí wọn náà ṣe lù pa òrìṣà dáhùn bí tẹ iná bí wọn ṣeré ọba mi wí àṣeyí tán dùn èyí. akọ́dà ayé mojúbà o ìbà Èdùmàrè o ìbà o gbogbo màjà. akọ́dà ayé ìbà o ìbà Èdùmàrè ìbà o. wọ́n rán ẹ̀yà pè mí ọba mi àyàmọ́là. Ayálé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Wọlé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Ọ̀yọ́dún ṣùpá o. Ayálé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Ayálé tètè. Ọ̀yọ́dún ṣùpá o. Ọ̀yálé tètè. Bóyá jíjòyè rẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ làrẹ̀ wá ń jó. Jíjòyè rẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ làrẹ̀ wá ń jó. Bóyá jíjòyè rẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ làrẹ̀ wá ń jó. Jíjòyè rẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ làrẹ̀ wá ń jó. Òkè tìrì máa nì o. Òkè tìrì máa yí o. Òkè tìrì máa nì o. Òkè tìrì máa yí o. Òkè tìrì máa nì o. Òkè tìrì máa yí o. Òkè tìrì máa nì o. Òkè tìrì máa yí o. Mo ní jíjòyè rẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Jíjó lè rẹ 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 pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Lárẹwà jó. Jíjó lè rẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Jíjó lè rẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Bóyá jíjó lè rẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Jíjó lè rẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ lárẹwà jó. Ejò máa lóore o. Òbéjò máa lóore. Òbéjò máa lóore o. Òbéjò máa lóore. Òbéjò máa lóore o. Òbéjò máa lóore. Òbéjò máa lóore. Ejò máa lóore o. Òbéjò máa lóore. Òbéjò máa lóore. Òbéjò máa lóore. Ejò máa lóore o. Òbéjò máa lóore. 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 Àìrà màmá dúrà náà àìrà. Àìrà. Àìrà wà máa dúrà náà àìrà. Àìrà màmá dúrà náà àìrà. Àìrà. Àìrà wà máa dúrà náà àìrà. Màmá dúrà náà. Àìrà. Màmá dúrà náà. Àìrà. Ẹnẹ tẹ gẹdẹgẹdẹ pọ. Àìrà. Ẹnẹ kàwá chá. Àìrà. Ṣé o bá mi o? Àìrà. Ìwòyún mọ́dún. Àìrà. Láàdì kàwá chá. Ẹ̀yin àṣeyí tán náà yàwé sọ. Ṣé o bá mi?
Thank you.
Màmá dúrà náà. Mama
Thank
dúrà
you very
náà.
much.
Mama dúrà náà. Mama dúrà náà. Mama
Thank
dúrà
you.
náà. Mama dúrà náà. Ògbógbó màjà kan. Ògbó mọ́nẹ́bù pẹ́rù. Mama dúrà náà. Mama dúrà náà.
Please a round of
Mama dúrà
applause
náà.
for the Ondo
Mama
State
dúrà
Cultural
náà.
Troupe. Thank you
Mama
very
dúrà
much.
náà. Mama dúrà náà. Àìrà.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We go to the award proper. I want to start with the Distinguished Alumni Award, according to what I have here. And the first person is architect Mrs. Adenike Olayinka. I don't know, maybe she's here. Any representative? Okay. We'll go to number 2. Architect Abimbola Oluwaseun Bamidele. Architect Abimbola Oluwaseun Bamidele. Anyone representing her, please come up. Thank you very much. As I call on Professor Olusojibelo to kindly help us in giving the award. Architect Abimbola Oluwaseun Bamidele.
Yeah. Stuff to do, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good boy. Easy now, me, take it easy. Got this
SEMS, on behalf of SEMS, we are giving this to Architect Abimbola Oluwaseun Bamidele. Congratulations.
If you know be kalala, if you know be kalala, get the pooch. One man go,
Thank you.
Prof, please wait. You will still help us with a couple of awards. I learned the representative of architect, Mrs. Adenike Olayinka, is around. Please come up for your award.
Architect Adenike Olanyimika from the School of Environmental Technology.
Please, we need two ushers to kindly join on that side. We have Builder Fatai Omolade Olugbade. Builder Fatai Omolade Olugbade, okay? His representative is around.
To Builder Fatai Omolade Olugbade, in recognition of your contributions from the School of Environmental and Technology. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. ESV Dr. Patsunla Ajayi, Bolarinde Joshua. Is he around? Oh, you are welcome, sir.
This award is coming from a School of Environmental Technology in recognition of your contribution to Dr. Patsunla Ajayi, Bolarinde Joshua. Congratulations.
Dr. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Akin. Dr. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Akin. Please, is anyone here to receive the award on our behalf? Dr. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Akin. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Dr. Oluwadare Olagoke Dominic. Dr. Oluwadare Olagoke Dominic. You are welcome, sir.
Distinguished Alumni Award presented to Dr. Oluwadare Olagoke Bami Dominic in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater from School of Environmental Technology, FUTA. Congratulations.
Pontis of your Ojurongbe Moyosore Stephen. You're welcome, sir.
Distinguished Alumni Award presented to Ojurongbe Moyosore Stephen in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater from School of Environmental Technology, FUTA.
Congratulations, sir.
Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, then Fuji.
One City Saviour Mrs. Lucy Amuche Agada.
That's a Distinguished Alumni Award presented to Saviour Lucy Amuche in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater from School of Environmental Technology, FUTA. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Saviour Tijani Samuel. Saviour Tijani Samuel.
To Saviour Tijani Samuel in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater from School of Environmental Technology, FUTA. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. Saviour Mrs. Akinbolade. Saviour Mrs. Akinbolade.
FUTA. That's in recognition of your contribution to your alma mater. Congratulations.
Please, is Professor Emmanuel still around? Professor Emmanuel? Okay. Please, you will join us here to join Prof here for the award. Deaconess Modupe Grace Olajide.
Deaconess Modupe Grace Olajide, in recognition of your outstanding contributions to your alma mater from School of Environmental Technology, FUTA. Congratulations.
Congratulations, ma. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Adejoro Olubenga. Mr. Adejoro Olubenga. Congratulations, sir.
Yes. On behalf of the School of Environmental Technology, I want to present this to you in recognition of your contributions to the progress of the school. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor Olusojibelo, thank you very much, sir. You can kindly have your seat. Professor Emmanuel. As I bring up Dr. Toluwa Lokpe Toludare. Dr. Toluwa Lokpe Toludare.
So this is to Dr. Toluwa Lokpe Toludare in recognition of your outstanding contributions to your alma mater, the School of Environmental Technology, FUTA. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Congratulations, sir. As I bring up Professor Taibat Olaiton Lawson.
Okay, I'm standing in.
Professor Taibat.
I'm standing in.
You are standing in. Okay, let me bring up Professor Adebola, Dean SPS, to help us in the presentation of the award.
On behalf of the School of Environmental Technology, we present this award to Professor Taibat Olaiton Lawson in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater. Thank you.
Papa, Professor Olanrewaju is actually Laiton Lawanson's academic father and my academic father too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, Prof, you can kindly wait. No, you can go, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Dr. Yusuf Lukman. Dr. Yusuf Lukman.
On behalf of School of Environmental Technology, we present this to town planner Dr. Yusuf Lukman Abiodun in recognition of your outstanding contribution to your alma mater. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. Architect Akinwale Adebambo Adeshiji, conference sponsor. Architect Akinwale Adebambo. Please, is anyone representing him? Okay.
Special recognition award present to Architect Akinwale Adebambo Adesiji in recognition of your outstanding contribution as the sponsor of the first graduate conference of the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations, sir. To give this award, I would love the university librarian to kindly join the Dean SPS. As I call Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega. I think I got it this time around. Okay. For his award.
Special Recognition Award present to Architect Olusegun Paul Adetokunbo Ladega in recognition of your outstanding contribution to as the guest lecturer of the annual lecture of the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir. Dean, sir, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. For the next set of awards, I would like the librarian to help in giving out the following awards. And I've been reliably told they would want the citation to be read. I start with Professor Rufus Boboye Fatui. The citation will be read by Miss Omotadewa. Miss Omotadewa, please. Is she here? Okay. Professor Fatui is a native of Usho, our local government area of those states. He was born on 4th June 1944. He completed his primary school education in 1955. I went on to secondary school at Imade College over 1963. He obtained a bachelor's degree in fine arts at the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, 1969, and in 1972 obtained the MA final degree at the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. In 1979, he obtained the PhD degree in arts education from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, USA. He began his working career as an arts master in Imade College, or from 1969 to 1970, assistant lecturer, fine arts lecturer, Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, from 1972 to 1973, lecturer 2, fine arts, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, from 1973 to 1976, professor of arts education, ABU Zaria, 1998 or 1987 to 1997, professor of art education, School of Environmental Technology, Futa Akure, from 1997 to 2007. He also served in the capacity of Dean of School of Environmental Technology from 1998 to 2000. Professor Fatui has published several academic scholarly papers and has supervised many masters and PhD candidates. As part of his service to the community, Professor Fatui has served as chairman of Ondo State Independent Electoral Commission from 2004 to 2007, and from 2007 up to date. He is the proprietor of 2 schools in Usho, secondary and primary schools, Usho Comprehensive College, Academy, and Usho School, Nursery and Primary School. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for his award, Professor Rufus Boboye Fatui.
Prof, it is my honor to present you with this distinguished leadership award in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Engineering Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir. Professor David Oloruntoba Olanrewaju. Daddy, please sit down while the citation is being read. Afterwards, you will stand up. No? Okay. That's good.
Professor David Oloruntoba Olanrewaju was born to the family of Pa Shaba and Mrs. Olanrewaju of Kota, Umuekiti in Ekiti State, both of blessed memory. After his primary and modern school education, he proceeded to Wesley College, Ibadan, for teachers training. He started his higher education career when he attended the Polytechnic Ibadan, after which he proceeded to Bartlett School of Architecture and Planning, Development Planning Unit, University College, London, and University of Sheffield, where he bagged diploma in town planning, postgraduate diploma in development planning, master's degree, and PhD in town and regional planning, respectively. He's a recipient of the Federal Government of Nigeria Scholarship Award, Ondo State Government Bursary Award 1980, Sir Adam Thompson Scholarship Award of University of Sussex, England, and the European Community Scholarship Award. In 1989, he won an award of the Canadian International Development Agency to attend the 4th World Congress on Conservation of the Built and Natural Environment. He joined the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in January 1984 and was there for 10 years, after which he transferred his academic career to the Federal University of Technology, Akure, where he was appointed professor in 2002. At the Federal University of Technology, Akure, he was head of Department of Urban and Regional Planning for 5 years, between 1994 and 1999, and Dean School of Environmental Technology between 2000 and 2005. It's worth noting that apart from delivering the 38th inaugural lecture of the university in October 2004 on the key areas of his research, a specialization with the title, Town Planning, a veritable tool for poverty reduction. It was the first inaugural lecture in the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, and indeed, the first in the School of Environmental Technology. He's an accomplished urban planning academic and opinion leader, as he has published over 50 academic papers in the field of urban planning, city administration and management, and poverty alleviation. He has attended over 50 academic and professional conferences where he presented position papers and engendered academic discourse. He has also supervised over 40 students of master's and PhD levels. It's on record that through his mentorship and inspiration, many of these students are holding important positions in the country, while some of those in academics have risen to professorial cadre in urban planning, transport technology, geography, and development studies across Nigeria. Most of the professors who Professor Olanrewaju supervised have delivered inaugural lectures, and they conspicuously acknowledge his mentorship and leadership roles. Indeed, one of them, while delivering the inaugural lecture, said, "Professor Olanrewaju, the candle of intellectualism which you have lit in urban regional planning department shall never be extinguished, and your footprints on the sands of time will, in perpetuity, remain indelible, ineradicable, and imperishable." Professor Olanrewaju was cited as one of the noteworthy Nigerian urban planners in a book titled Leading Light by town planner Toyin Ayinde, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, in 2019. Professor David Olanrewaju is happily married to former Miss Martina Agbeke Babamuyiwa, and the marriage is blessed with children and grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Professor David Olanrewaju.
Prof, what a remarkable profile. It is my honor to present you with this Distinguished Leadership Award in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure. Congratulations, sir.
Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, give them food. One man go, ijo, what you want, my jojo, ijo,
Congratulations, sir. I bring up Professor Sunday Roberts Ogunduile for his award as I call on Miss Adisa Latifat. Miss Adisa Latifat to read this citation.
Professor Sunday Roberts Ogunduile was born about 72 years ago He stands out among his contemporaries as a symbol of excellence and visionary leader. His background is a metaphor for the shared value of yesteryears. He attended Ayedade District Council, ADC, Primary School, Ikire, Osun State, between 1959 to 1963. He learned a trade before joining his uncle in Zaria in 1969. He became a porter in one of the hostels in 1971 and enrolled with a stenography institute where he obtained the 25, 35, and 50 works per minute in typewriting. He was appointed as a cleric officer and rose to a position of chief clerk at ABU. He enrolled with a corresponding qualification for admission into university in 1976. He was absorbed into the industrial design program and graduated in 1980 with second-class upper division. After serving the nation at the NYSC headquarters in Lagos in 1981, he had a stint at St. Andrew's College, Oyo. He moved from there to join the Ondo State Teaching Service Commission in late 1981. His quest to further his education made him to take up the position of graduate assistant at the Institute of Education, ABU in 1982. He obtained the mandatory PGDE and his MLA and PhD degree in 1983, 1985, and 1996, respectively. He transferred his service to the Federal University of Technology in 1990 as a lecturer too in the Department of Architecture. He was one of the 8 pioneering staff at the school. He became the coordinator of the newly created Department of Industrial Design of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in 1993. He rose through the ranks and was appointed as a professor of industrial design in 2002. His academic activities cut across both academic and administration. He was saddled with the responsibility of nurturing the new Department of Industrial Design for a period of 7 years. He became the Dean, School of Environmental Technology in 2005-2009, member of the University Governing Council, Director of Futa Ventures, and a member of the then Ondo State University of Science and Technology, OSUTEC, Governing Council in 2015. He was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Okitipupa, between 2017 to 2018. He has been an external examiner to many polytechnics and universities for various diplomas, first degrees, and higher education programs. He has supervised more than 20 PhDs, 25 MTech and MSc, and many undergraduates in FUTA and the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, where he was a visiting professor. Professor Chief Ogunjiyile has contributed and is still contributing immensely to his community and became the Otun Atobashe in 2019 and Ujomona of Ondo Kingdom 2024. He is a fortunate recipient of many awards and honors, which among others include Master Artist, Society of Nigeria Artists 2001, FUTA Governing Council Award for Outstanding Contribution to the Development of the University 2013, Ahmadu Bello University Alumni Association Career Service Award 2018, Ondo State Pillar of Education Development of the Year Award 2021, and Outstanding Vice Chancellor and Akoni Odua Award Ile-Ife 2021, Fellow Membership Award, Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership, Commonwealth of Kentucky, USA 2024. He is happily married to Oyetunde Agnes, and they are blessed with children. Thank you.
It is with great pleasure, sir, to present this Distinguished Leadership Award to you in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure, this day, 19 February 2025. Congratulations, sir.
Up and never, do what you wanna do. I want to be shining one day. Yeah. Do me get.
Congratulations, sir. As I bring up Professor Deji Rufus Ogunshemi for his award, and the citation will be read by Dr. A.E. Nwosu. Dr. A.E. Nwosu.
Professor Deji Rufus Ogunshemi bagged his bachelor and master's degree in building and quantity survey from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in 1988 and 1997, respectively. He had his PhD in quantity surveying from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in 2002, making him the first to bag a doctorate degree in quantity surveying from any Nigerian university. He joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, as an assistant lecturer in the Department of Quantity Surveying in 1992, and rose through the ranks to become a professor in 2006. Professor Ogunshemi's academic degree can best be captured from his many scholarly publications, too numerous to chronicle. He has well over 90 publications to his credit in reputable local and international journals and conferences proceedings. He nurtured the Department of Quantity Surveying in FUTA from inception to maturity, having served as coordinator and acting head of department for over 13 years. He had also served as Dean of School of Environmental Technology for 2 terms and was chairman, Committee of Deans before the expiration of his 2nd term. He was an elected member representing Senate on the University Governing Council 2013 through 2017. He won the Best Head of Department of the Year 2006 award, thus becoming the first person to win the award in the academic unit category of FUTA since the award was instituted. He was also adjudged the Best Dean of the Year 2011 during the 1st term as Dean of the school. He also won the Distinguished Alumnus Award of the Faculty of Environmental Technology and Management and the Department of Quantity Surveyor, both of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in 2011 and 2012, respectively. It is of note that this gentleman has mentored many academics and professionals who have made great landmarks in their chosen careers. Professor Ogunshemi has not limited himself to the worlds of academic, but he has made tremendous impact in the professional world. He is a fellow, Nigerian Institute of Building, and a registered builder. He is also a fellow, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, and a registered quantity surveyor. He was a foundational member, Board of Directors of Quantity Survey Academic, 2015 through 2018, and currently the chief editor of the Journal of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. He was also a member of the 6th Board of the Council Registered Builders of Nigeria, and currently a member of the Training Registration Committee of Cobron. Professor Ogunshemi served as the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, from 2019 to May 2023. He is married and the union is blessed with wonderful children. I therefore present Professor Rufus Deji Ogunshemi for this award.
My professor, it is my delight to present you with this Distinguished Leadership Award in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure, this day, 19th February 2025. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. For the next award, I call Professor Julius Ajilowo Bayo Olujimi. Professor Julius Ajilowo Bayode Olujimi as Dr. E. A.E. Nwosu. Read the citation.
Professor Julius Ajilowo Bayode Olujimi was born on 20th February 1954 in Igbaroke, in the Federal Local Government Area of Ondo State. Professor Olujimi had his elementary education at St. Anthony Catholic Primary School, Igbaroke, between 1962 and 1967. He attended Anglican Grammar School, Igbaroke, between 1968 and 1971. He joined Federal University of Technology, Akure, as one at the Department of Urban and Regional Planning on January 20th, 1997. At the Federal University of Technology, Akure, he then registered for his PhD program and completed it in October 2003. He was promoted to senior lecturer in October 2000, a reader in October 2003, and to full professorial cadre on 1st October 2006. He has served the university in different capacities, such as coordinator, postgraduate diploma program, 2002 through 2003, acting head of Department of Urban and Regional Planning, 2003 through 2005, and substantive head of Department, 2010 to 2013. Dean of School of Environmental Technology, 2013 through 2017, and member FUTA Governing Council, representing Senate, 2017 through 2021. Professor Olujimi has supervised several undergraduate final projects, 20 master's degree dissertation, and 10 PhD theses. Professor Olujimi has served as a reviewer of journal papers for high-ranking journals and delivered scholarly papers at conferences and workshops in and outside Nigeria. He has edited 4 books, published 2 books, and has over 100 journal articles to his credit. He successfully delivered the 63 inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, on 24 September 2011, titled From Rural to Urban, the Nigeria Physical Planning Dilemma. He has served as an external examiner to many universities in Nigeria, an assessor for the appointment and promotion of many professors in urban and regional planning in many Nigerian universities. Professor Olujimi led 2 different research teams that secured Text Fund research grants in 2013 and 2017. During the period, Professor Olujimi served as the substantive head of the Department of Urban and Regional Planning 2010 through 2023. He represented the PGD, BTech, and MTech programs for professional and re-accreditation exercise conducted by the Town Planning Registration Council of Nigeria, TOPREC, and all the programs secured a 5-year accreditation status. The results earned FUTA for the first time the university with the best Department of Urban and Regional Planning in Nigeria in 2013. He was awarded, among others, the best head of department of the year 2013. Professor Olujimi is a registered town planner and a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. He has served his professional body in different capacities, both at the state and national level, such as chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Ondo State chapter, 2008 through 2010. Member of NITP Council, 2008 through 2010. Pioneer Treasurer, Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, Ondo State chapter, 2012 to 2014. Member, Nigerian Environmental Society, and member, African Planners Institute, where he served as Regional Director for the West Africa, 2021 till date. Professor Olujimi is the foundational chairman, Nigeria Association of Town Planning Educators, 2022. At the attainment of 70 years of age, Professor Olujimi retired as a professor of urban and regional planning, having served in academic meritoriously for 43 years. Professor Olujimi is happily married and blessed with children and grandchildren. I therefore present to you Professor Julius Olujimi for this award.
Prof, this will be the second celebration after a year.
Yes, by tomorrow.
Congratulations, sir. So it is my pleasure to present this Distinguished Leadership Award to you, sir, in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Environmental Technology, Federal University of Technology, Akure, this day, 19th February 2025. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Congratulations, sir. For the next award, I call Professor Isa Bolaji Kashim. Professor Isa Bolaji Kashim for the next award. Citation will be read by Dr. E.A. Aluko. Dr. E.A. Aluko, is she around? Dr. E.A. Aluko. Thank you, University Librarian. Thank you very much, sir. So that we can allow you to have your seat. Thank you very much, sir.
Profile of Professor Isa Bolaji Kashim. Professor Isa Bolaji Kashim was born on the 29th December 1961 at Ayegunle Gbede in Ijumi government of Kogi State to the family of Alhaji and Mrs. Kashim Bonire. He attended St. Barnabas Primary School from 1968 to 1973, Okene Secondary School from 1973 to 1978, Kaba Teachers College from 1978 to 1979, Advanced Teachers College, Ahmadu Bello University from 1980 to 1981, School of Basic Studies, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, from 1981 to 1982. He obtained his bachelor's and master's degrees in industrial design in 1985 and 1992, respectively, from the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. In his quest for higher education, he attended the Federal University of Technology, Akure, from 1989 to 2004, after which he obtained his PhD in industrial design. He began his working career at the ECWA Primary School, Odoere, Kogi State. His love for teaching spurred him to take various teaching positions in Tinkombe College, Egbe, Kogi State, St. Barnabas College, Kogi State Polytechnic, and Federal Polytechnic, Ado Ekiti. He joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in 1997 till date. He was promoted to the rank of professor in October 2014. He has mentored 12 PhD students and 24 MTech students to completion. He has over 60 publications, which are in national and international journals. He is two-term head of Department of Industrial Design and immediate past dean of the School of Environmental Technology. He is happily married with a special hobby in farming. I present to you Professor Isa Bolaji Kashim.
As I call on Professor Akinola to help in the presentation of the award. Akinola. Professor Akinola.
On behalf of the Federal University of Technology, School of Environmental Technology, Akure, I hereby present this award to you as a recognition of your efforts and contribution to the school. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Professor Akinola, please, you will still wait. As I bring on Professor Olatunde Arayela for his award. Professor Olatunde Arayela for his award. As I call on my colleague, Mrs. Tola Orotunsi, for the citation.
I'm honored to read a citation on Professor Olatunde Arayela. Professor Olatunde Arayela was born on April 24, 1958 in Ile-Ife. He is a proud alumnus of Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU Ile-Ife, where he was part of the pioneer set of architecture graduates, completing his studies in 1983. He was a foundation member of the School of Environmental Technology set, FUTA, at its commencement in 1990, having transferred his service from the famous Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he cut his academic teeth in 1984. With a career spanning over 40 years in the academia, Professor Arayela has significantly impacted architectural education and research. In February 2003, he achieved the prestigious rank of full professor, becoming the first alumnus of the Department of Architecture at OAU to reach this milestone. His academic journey includes 12 years as the head of the Department of Architecture at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA. He was also the first appointed Sub-Dean, School of Environmental Technology during Professor Fatuyi's deanship in the 1990s. Additionally, he served 2 terms as Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies at FUTA, 2007 to 2011, Director of Academic Planning, 2013 to 2015, Deputy Vice Chancellor of FUTA, 2015 to 2019. Professor Arayela has 67 publications in reputable peer-reviewed journals. He has supervised to completion 10 doctorate candidates in architecture in 3 different universities in Nigeria, 2 of them already full professors. He has also supervised and graduated more than 100 master degrees candidates in architecture. He has served as external examiner in 44 PhD candidates and served as assessors to 45 professional candidates in Nigerian universities. In addition, he has served as external examiner, BSc, MSc, MTech, and PhD to several universities in Nigeria, including ABU, OAU, ATBU, AAU, FUTMINA, UNILAG, etc. He has participated actively in accreditation exercises conducted by NUC, NBTE, and ACON. His most notable academic contribution was delivering FUTA's 40th inaugural lecture on April 25, 2005, titled Lateral Bricks Before, Now, and Hereafter. His research in this area and his expertise in architecture have cemented his status as a thought leader. Professor Arayela has also held key positions outside the academia. He was appointed Secretary General of the Association of Architectural Educators in Nigeria from 2001 to 2003 and served as editor of the Archer's newspaper in 1998. He became a member of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, NIA, with membership number M1649. He is also registered with the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria, ACON. His involvement with the Nigerian Institute of Architects, NIA, is remarkable. He has been an active and versatile member of the Ondo State chapter since 1990 and served 2 terms as the state chapter chairman, 2005 to 2009. His contributions extended to the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria, ACON, where he was a council member 2010 to 2013, on the editorial board of the Architects Colloquium during the same period. He is a proud designer of the 2005 capacity Obafemi Awolowo University Auditorium, FUTA, as well as the 3-in-1 lecture classrooms for the Center for Continuing Education, CCE, and the School of Sciences, all in FUTA. Professor Olatunde Arayela is married and blessed with children, and he remains a distinguished figure in both the academic and professional architecture communities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present for the award of the set role model, Professor Olatunde Arayela.
I'm highly humbled and honored to present this remarkable award as a recognition of your efforts to the contribution of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and in particular, the School of Environmental Technology, Akure. We say congratulations, sir.
Stand up for the champions, stand up.
Congratulations, sir.
Here we go, it's getting close.
Professor Akimbogun Tolulope Lawrence for the next award. Professor Akimbogun Tolulope Lawrence for the next award. As I call on Ms. Rahim for the citation. Ms. Rahim. Ms. Rahim. Professor Tolulope Lawrence Akimbogun, a renowned academic and expert in industrial design, was born on October 10, 1963. He obtained his Bachelor of Arts degree in ceramic design with second-class upper division honors from the University of Benin in 1988. He furthered his education at the Ahmadu Bello University, where he earned a Master of Arts degree in industrial design in 1991. Professor Akimbogun's academic excellence continued at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, where he earned his PhD in industrial design in 2004. Professor Akimbogun began his academic career at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in April 1992 as an assistant lecturer and the second lecturer to be employed in the Department of Industrial Design. Through dedication and hard work, he rose to the position of professor in October 2009. His contributions to the field of industrial design have been significant, with over 80 articles published in reputable journals and books. He has successfully supervised 14 doctoral and over 22 master's students, demonstrating his commitment to capacity building. Professor Akimbogun's expertise extends beyond academic, as he has served as an external examiner at various institutions, including University of Nairobi, Kenya. His experience in university administration is vast, having served as acting head of the Department of Industrial Design from 2007 to 2009, and Deputy Vice Chancellor Development at FUTA from 2012 to 2016. He has benefited from several grants, including the Design for Development Program in South Africa. Professor Akimbogun has participated in numerous conferences, workshops, and exhibitions worldwide, including South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, Germany, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Turkey, Israel, the United States, Canada, Japan, South Korea, United Arab Emirates, and India. His global perspective and network have enriched his academic and professional pursuits. Professor Akimbogun is married to Dr. Olubukola Ademola Akimbogun, and they are blessed with children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for his award, Professor Akimbogun Tolulope Lawrence.
I'm highly humbled to present this award to my teacher in recognition of your contribution to the development of Federal University of Technology, Akure, and School of Environmental Technology in Akure here. Congratulations, sir.
Make way for me, so stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up for the champions,
Thank you very much. And for the last but not the least award, I want to bring up the current theme of SETS, Professor Isaac Olani Yaje, and the citation will be read by Dr. Mrs. E.A. Aluko. For the presentation of the award, I want the university librarian, Dr. Robert Sawayemi, to kindly join Professor Akinola. Dr. E. Aluko, please. Dr. E. Aluko.
Profile of Professor Isaac Olaniyi Aje, FNIQS, MAQS, RQS. Professor Isaac Olaniyi Aje holds a national diploma in quantity surveying from the Ondo State Polytechnic, Owo, in 1989. Thereafter, he proceeded to study quantity surveying at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and graduated with a Bachelor of Technology in 1995. He was the best graduating student in his department during the 1995 graduating year. He obtained master's and PhD degrees with specialization in contract procurement in 2000 and 2008, respectively. Professor Isaac Aje joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in November 1996 as a graduate assistant in the Department of Quantity Surveying, and rose through the ranks to become a professor on 1st October 2015. Professor Aje has distinguished himself as a scholar of repute in his area of specialization, having authored over 100 articles in reputable journals and referred conference proceedings. He has supervised over 50 master's dissertations and 10 doctoral theses. He was listed among top 50 quantity surveyors in Nigeria by the Federation of Construction Industry in Nigeria in the year 2010. He has attended and presented academic and professional papers in conferences, seminars, and workshops in and outside Nigeria, including UK, Finland, Netherlands, Ghana, Kenya, and UAE. Professor Aje has served as external examiner assessor to many universities within Nigeria. He is a reviewer of academic and professional papers for reputable journals in Nigeria and overseas. While he has served at different times as member of NUC ad hoc accreditation panel to many universities in Nigeria, he was the chairman of the National University Commission NUC panel for the review of curriculum for quantity surveying program in Nigerian universities between February 2021 and April 2022. Professor Aje is a registered member of the Quantity Surveyors Registration Board of Nigeria and the Association of South African Quantity Surveyors. He is also a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. Professor Aje served as the acting head Department of Quantity Surveying between 3rd January 2008 and 30th July 2014, and the substantive head of the department from 1st August 2017 to 31st January 2021. He is the current Dean, School of Environmental Technology, and Chairman, Committee of Deans of the Federal University of Technology, Akure. He was a member of the Ondo State Contract Assessment Committee during the Mimiko administration and has also served as consultant quantity surveyor in over 60 notable construction projects in Nigeria, including the popular Mother and Child Hospital, Akure, and the Ondo State World Bank Health System Development Fund project. Professor Isaac Aje is happily married, and the union is blessed with promising children. I present to you Professor Isaac Olaniyi Aje.
This is a big one, considering the array of people that are with me here. You know, Professor Aje is an asset to us in management and by extension, the FUTA community. We don't joke with his advice. So it's an honor for me to present this Distinguished Leadership Award to you in honor of your exemplary leadership and selfless service to the School of Environmental Technology and by extension, the Federal University of Technology, Akure. This day, 19th February 2025. Congratulations.
Champions, the champions. Stand up for the champions, stand up.
Please, for group photograph, all the awardees, please come out. Let's take our group photograph now. All the awardees, please come out. All the awardees, please come out. Let's take our group photograph now, please. All the awardees. All the awardees.
Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my
Our award is not with
destiny.
us. It's only Professor
I have
Ajay.
waited patiently.
Please, let's bring our award with us. Please.
I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions,
Wait, 1 minute. We are still. Thank you.
Stand up for the champions, stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions,
Thank you. Are you done?
stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down,
Alent, we still want to give some people gifts.
myself back up.
We want to give our guest speaker for today our token of love. University librarian, please 1 second, and the dean sets. Architect Ladega, please. We still have a gift for you.
Our guest lecturer, you have done a good job, and we cannot just allow you to go like that. In appreciation of the good lecture that you have delivered today, on behalf of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and especially the Department of the School of Environmental Study, we want to present you this award. Thank you with this gift. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And Architect Akinwale Adebambo Adeshiji. Do we have the representative around? Seems the representative had left. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. On behalf of the awardees, we want a response. We nominated Professor Lanrewaju, and he nominated Professor Olujimi.
Well, glory to God. I give honor and glory back to God for this particular day. But before I do that job, let me quickly do my own. By tomorrow, my retirement will be marking the first anniversary. By implication, I'm 72 years old by tomorrow. I want to sincerely thank all the members of the school, particularly Professor Ogushemi. He promoted my talent, and through him, I was being showcased, and I was able to get the support of the school to become the dean. Once again, I say thank you very much. So, Professor Ajay, you are marvelous. To God be the glory. So, my HOD, He managed everything and celebrated me in a very wonderful way. I equally say thank you. But on behalf of all the awardees, both the alumni and the past deans, we are saying thank you very much to the dean of the school. Thank you very much to all the staffs in the school. And we equally say thank you very much to our guest speaker, who has really presented a very good and stimulating lecture. So also, the sitting chairman, the man of the moment, the librarian of the university, we say thank you. To everybody coming here, we say thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir. Please, for the very last thing, which I thought should have come before now, is the fundraising for set developments. I bring up Professor Emmanuel.
We want to really appreciate you for your presence and your patience so far. We want to really appreciate also the organizing committee. I want to especially appreciate my dean, who is also the chairman of the Committee of Deans of the university. At this moment, we know that in Yoruba they say that owo ni keke irere, and so we need your support, we need your assistance. The university has been of great help because there's no way the university can actually move on without a particular school doing fine. So we are where we are today because of the support we've gotten from the university administration and also our alumni. Our alumni have been of great help to us. We want to thank them, we want to appreciate them for all that they've done. But they will also say that nobody actually knows how much he needs. If you ask Bill Gates how much he needs, he will not be able to tell you. And he will not be able to tell you that I will stop looking for money at a particular point in time. Dangote is still trying to make more money. So we need more money. We need more support. We need your backing so that we can move forward in our great school. It's one of the best schools in the university. Recently, a department, specifically my department, Department of Urban and Regional Planning, was actually given the award of the best department in the university. That was during the last convocation ceremony. So we are doing fine. We are representing you well. So today we want to get more support from you. And that is why we want to say that we need your support. Our guest lecturer, sir, I believe you are with us, sir. We still need you, sir. We still need you. And more people in the house. So it is a time for, thank God that architect Ibekele is also still around. So we still need your support. We need your support. We have projects in our hands. So it is a time for us to have your commitments. I don't know if I can get the account. My dean, yes, transfer is allowed. And then we also allow checks. So the accounts that we can use. Please, anybody, I need a piece of paper and pen. The chairman, LOC, Professor Mrs. Ayeni, where is she? I need the account for our supporters to give us something. Yes, I think I have it. We can also make pledges on paper. Please, I need sheets of paper, tiny pieces of paper. Okay, please bring them forward, please. So please, yes, like I said, my guest lecturer is still around. So we are expecting your support. You can just, and for the accounts, where is Professor Ayeni now? Okay, please get her for me, please. Yes. Okay, so please take the box round so that we can have commitments. So we have many projects in our hands. We also need a school bus for our students to move around. If you can give us a brand new coaster, we will appreciate it. We know that we are able. So please, sheets of paper are going round. So once we have your commitment with your phone number, we can also send you details if we can't get the account number here. My LOC chair, Professor Mrs. Ayeni, please, I need the account details. Please, let's do it very fast. Because I can see my guest lecturer looking at his timepiece. He's time conscious. So go to that direction. Baba is at home. Baba is at home. Please go to that direction. Yes. Thank you very much. Please, if we want the paper to come to you, you can just wave your hand. We want you to support us. As you do this, God will bless you the more. Yes, yes. So, if you want the paper to come to you, please just wave and the paper will come to you. Just the contact phone number and the name, and then we'll send details. So, please, nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. Something as little as 10 million is not too small. We need your support. Thank you, and God bless you as you give us something. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Architect Ladega. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you. Architect Gwekele, thank you so much, sir. I'm feeling you from here. I'm in the spirit. I'm feeling you from here. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. My professor in the house, I can see you, sir. I'm coming to you, sir. I'm coming to you. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. So, yes, please. No problem, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. Before we round up this session, if you have commitments to make with sheets of paper, you can just write something down with your phone number and name, and we'll reach out to you. Our ushers, can we have the commitments now? Let's have the commitments now. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you for your support. The Lord will continue to bless your endeavors in Jesus' name. Thank you. So in case you want the account number straight away, I have it here so that you can make your transfer immediately. It's a UBA account, and it's called Set Footer Consultancy Services. Set Footer Consultancy Services. The account number is 102643. I'll take that again, 102643. Then I have 3461. 3461. 102643. 3461. UBA. 102643. 3461. UBA. Set Footer Consultancy Services. Thank you very much, and God bless you. My MC, you're welcome, ma.
Thank you very much, sir. I think it's on that note that I'll be calling it a day as I call on Mrs. Akinola, the school officer, for the vote of thanks. Mrs. Akinola, is she still here? Vote of thanks, Mrs. Akinola. I think she's far from here. Professor Emmanuel, kindly give the vote of thanks.
I know that she's going to pay me for all these assignments. So I want to, on behalf of the university and the School of Environmental Technology, thank you so much for honoring us at this great occasion. I want to thank all our guests, our awardees. I want to thank the guest lecturer too. We want to thank all the alumni in the house. I want to appreciate our students and the staff of the School of Environmental Technology, of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and all other well-wishers too from other schools, departments, and units. We say God bless you in Jesus' name. We believe that next we call upon you to support us, to attend an occasion like this. You will still honor us. Thank you so much. God bless you. We wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Let's stand up to share the closing prayer. Okay. Let's stand up. Let's be on our feet. We're going to share the grace together. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the presence of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you very much for your time. Safe trip back to our different destinations.
If you know be kala, yeah. If you know be kala, the Fuji. One my job, Ijogo, what you want, my job, Ijogo, my job, and if you know be kala, the Fuji. Odupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming.